принципе, есть.
Не особо нужен. Ладно.
Да, мы в эфире. Здесь у тебя чат, здесь вот будет видеотрансляция. Больше тебе, надеюсь, ничего не нужно.
Донаты не будем читать?
Донаты.
Или в перерывах, когда придешь?
Да, я буду приходить в перерывах и будем их зачитывать.
Окей, good. Еще нам надо подсоединить этот. Давай.
Зарядка там есть белая.
Нет, у меня есть с собой.
Все, я пошла.
А где тут эти самые? Розетки есть вообще?
Да, розетки там есть.
Отвратите розетку, пожалуйста. Розеточку последнюю себе сделать. Отнесем, что туда сзади, не знаю, где она. А то все сядет, все это слабое оборудование. Hello guys! Today we have a special tournament which I'm extremely proud to be commenting for you. It's probably the first English commentary in our Formula Chess channel, and we are having this transmission from the Central Chess Club. It's the location is in the city in the center city of Moscow, and we're just about to start the event, which normally is really beautiful and really attracts lots of attention. So this year we are happy that it's possible to make it live but not online, which of course also gives a special attitude towards this event. We're gonna wait and we probably will follow the official stream, which will be provided from I think Russian Chess Federation, and I will probably try to comment the games from the live boards, so we will not see only these diagrams of the difference board. We will follow the official stream, which will display the playing hall and the live boards, and I will try to comment the real boards, so what goes on. So probably some of the games will be missing in that way, but anyway we'll be able to focus on what is happening exactly over the board. Okay, so today 8 brunettes is challenging 8 blondes. It's of course it's an ultimate and historical challenge. It's already organized for 11th time in a row. So I guess the first time it was done on 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And then every year, every spring, every year they will continue in matching each other. So far the score I believe is 5.5 to 4.5. It's not individual scoring. It's a match scoring. Blondes I think is probably trailing by 1 point. So brunettes I think is 1 point ahead. So today blondes needs to win to equalize the score, or if verse-wise, then probably brunettes will establish some certain lead by 2 wins, like it should be 6-4 with 1 match were drawn in some year. Of course, we have lots of sponsors, and also thanks to him it was possible to make such a beautiful and great event. So first of all, of course, we need to thank the Russian Chess Federation, which provides lots of assistance for organizing this event. Of course, we have local sponsors who are also provided certain prizes. I think the prize fund for this event is 100,000 rubles, which is approximately maybe around 1,000 euros. The distribution is completely unknown to me, but let's hope that all the players will get what they want. Also, we have the dressing are provided by Post Meridian House, and you will see lots of beautiful dressing on our participants. So we also need to thank them for making such a great contribution for this event. The results should be possible to be checked on the chessresults.com site, or you can maybe follow the live transmission and try to get the results from there. I believe the opening ceremony is about to start, or maybe it's actually happening on the 2nd floor, because I'm sitting on the 3rd and we made this small studio just for me, but actually I'm missing all these most beautiful part of the event. Opening ceremony, closing ceremony, most likely are gonna miss. And okay, but let's hope that we will not miss the beauty of our participants and the beauty of their play. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask whenever you want. I can see the chat, so I'll be trying to answer any of question of your taste. Okay, so probably that's more or less all the official info which I wanted to say in the introduction. It's 8 players against 8 players, each play each, so 3 plus 2, 8 rounds, having in system. And normally it's only a few draws which we make expect in such event. Normally it's a very, very bloody result-wise, so it's a very beauty seeing-wise and very bloody result-wise. So it's a double pleasure for the people who enjoys both components of our game. The players are really strong. We have lots of famous players in both of the teams. We have Alexandra Kosteniuk in the brunette team. We have Valentina Gunina in the blonde team. So very prominent, very great players in today's match. Also, we have lots of other strong and young players. So hopefully we can see lots of interesting games. Yes, hello. So. I'm not sure it's gonna be a big breaks between the rounds. Most likely they're gonna start relatively soon, so it's gonna be pretty speedy, and I guess within probably 2.5 hours, maximum 3, the whole event should be played. And no idea if they will provide us any picture from the opening ceremony. Hopefully will. It's going to be a pleasure to watch and to attend it even from the camera point of view. If not live, then okay, at least visitors are probably allowed to come. I think it's not forbidden, and it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's free. So whoever of you lives in Moscow, not far from the Central Chess Club, okay guys, come here. You will for sure enjoy this event. Okay, now you see the picture of from the players. They're probably expecting the opening ceremony to start, or maybe it's already on. So all of you who has time, who has any ability to come and to enjoy and to be present there, I guess you will be not regretting this at least. And of course, come and enjoy. Yeah, we have some TV crew, which is also really helpful in providing us a great videos every time. Thanks to them, we can give you as a clear picture. And okay, players are probably still expecting this opening to start, or maybe whatever. So you'll share my stream. Okay, it's up to you. I don't know if it's allowed to share or not, but of course, if people can join and see, I guess it's fine. The Russian stream is provided by Sergei Shipov, the most famous commentator on the Russian language. I don't have the direct link, but I think that most of you who are following any streams, of course, you know him. So he'll be doing the Russian commentaries on his channel Crestbook. So it's quite easy to find him. So of course, I address all the Russian-speaking people to his channel and to follow his comments. My comments are basically for Europeans and any English-speaking people. I'll not reply to Russian questions and on Russian language on chat. Unfortunately, guys, wait until the event will be finished, and if we given the time, we can talk a bit. But this is an official English stream, so no Russian language, please. You know that you probably expect me to speak only on Russian language, but it may be surprising, but I can talk some other languages too. We see Mark Gluchovsky in our picture. He's talking to Maria Fominykh. Maria Fominykh is the main organizer of that event. She's not only a director of the Chess Formula channel, but she's also one of the main person who is organizing this Enile Blondes versus Brunettes matches, and she's also normally every time plays for the Blondes team. Okay, she talks now with Mark Gluchovsky, chief executive of the Russian Chess Federation, and you see the players. They are a famous player. You see from the you see Olga Girya from the left, you see Baira Kovanova on the center, and Marina Guseva on the right. So 3 very famous players. So you see on the right Boris Dolmatovsky, really famous photographer, one of the best in the chess world. Okay, he's probably not completely masked himself, so it's possible still to recognize him. Valentina Gunina at her best, and Alexandra Maltsevskaya is here also. So blondes are very dangerous, really dangerous blondes. I even don't know how many points actually I would take. I mean, so if let's say for some unknown reason I'll be there inside and playing for any team, I actually doubt that I would score a lot, but at least still hopefully I can make some resistance for, and we'll probably try to get some points. Yeah, okay. I think we also see Daria Voit is on the right, Polina Shuvalova and Daria Charochkina, also very dangerous brunettes. No, really, I don't want to play in any of these teams. No, really. It's hard. No, it's hard because Daria Voit is beating me every time we play normal rapid games, and no, this is too hard for me. So, are you playing Title Arena today? Title Arena I will not play because we have to attend some cinema festival for supporting Ilya Levitov's team. We kind of invited with Maria to join this event, and it's gonna happen at the evening. So we're not supposed to. I'm not supposed to play because okay, then I need to withdraw from that event, which to my understanding far more interesting than playing some online blitz. And okay, if it will be something really interesting in this cinema competition, maybe we can make some report after about that. You see also a nice examples of the chess sets beyond the chess player, and it probably shows some really ancient figures, which I don't know which year really were designed or belong to. Hard to say. Looks really ancient to my taste. Okay, I was actually of course seeing the Museum of Chess. It's very good and very interesting, but of course I cannot remember any of this. The Russian language exists on the Sergei Shipov channel, so whoever of you wants to listen the commentaries on the Russian language, please go to the Sergei Shipov channel. It's Kressbook, or just type Shipov on YouTube and you will get the Russian commentaries. Here will be, guys, only English language. Don't be offended, don't be upset with me, but we have to divide our work like this. You think that Shuvalova and Kosteniuk will tear blonde team into pieces? Okay, let's see. I'll not argue with you. Okay, it's your opinion, but to my understanding, it's still far less clear than you think. We have Gunina in the blondes team, which may basically win all the game if she's in a good mode. We have lots of young and dangerous blitz players. To me, it's a very tough and very even lineup. I mean, I will not pick up any team as a favorite in this match. It's obviously can be really close, or it can be demonstration of power of one team if it's just goes that way. But obviously, it could go absolutely the other way. So you see, the players are still giving interviews. The interview probably by some local press, some sponsors, and sort of it. You see Ekaterina Kovalevskaya on the right and her husband on the left. So they also, I don't know if Ekaterina is playing or not. If she will play, it's also very interesting to see how it will go. Alexandra Kosteniuk at first here. Okay, this, if she's a player, should be very good. If she's not, I mean, I cannot recognize from the first sight. Yeah, guys, you should not be surprised. I mean, so Russian speaking, please, you have lots of choices. Okay, Sergei Shipov is the official commentator. You have also other sites which are making streams and video reports about that event. You can search, you can browse, you can find other commentators if for some reason you need to have some choice. All these will be on the Russian language. I'm making unofficial commentaries for English speaking public, so please don't push the topic anymore. Where is Goryachkina, if you know? I don't know actually, I wasn't checking the lineup, I was completely strange person in that respect, so I trust that it should be lineups completely fine and completely great. I don't know the exact A players in each team, so if you're asking if Goryachkina is absent at all, I have no idea. Maybe she declined the invitation if she's supposed to play but she's absent by her presence. I have no idea. Check who is there. So Maria takes a talk, so probably she invites and introduces everyone. Hopefully you can listen in the official channel, you may understand what she's talking about. Mark Lukowski is next to her. So let's wait till the official speeches will be done, then maybe quick drawing of lots if it's not yet happened, and then players are supposed to start. That's good. Yeah. Maria at her nice dress. The dress is provided by the sponsor, which I already introduced at the beginning. So, of course, lots of thanks to all the sponsors. Thanks to them also this tournament is taking place. Okay, Mark is saying his words. Thanking everyone, thanking nice people who came to play and to enjoy such a beautiful chess tournament. Just switch to my Russian keyboard in anticipation. Okay guys, please be a little bit more positive. Well, through the hard times we had a big chance just to enjoy and to Olga Badelka also see on the screen somewhere there. Alina Bivol probably is also playing, if I'm not mistaken, and Olga Girya, she's in white, so probably she plays for the blondes, also a dangerous player. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Probably if someone wants to listen to official speeches, okay, I may get silent for a certain ton of time. May get silent. So the time control is, I think, 3+2. So 8 games each.
Этот матч будет освещаться еще лучше, чем все предыдущие годы, потому что у нас за пандемический год развилась странная многочисленная порода стримеров, ну, в частности, некоторые участницы этого турнира тоже, да.
The games are starting so quite
безумно раздаем видеопоток с этого турнира.
Introduction and some
Большое
speeches,
на разных
make
языках,
drawings and start
удовольствие и следить за этим турниром и болеть за своих любимых участников. Но кроме того, я хочу напомнить о том, что в этом году
if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Before the tournament, you may ask whatever questions you like regarding chess or whatever. Maybe during the tournament, it's better to concentrate on what goes on in the tournament, maybe on the board. So,
всех участников, не буду вам давать, чтобы у вас были свободные руки, да, пожалуйста, всех участников после турнира
since he was born, and
альбом на память.
I'm not sure we'll be able maybe to make a tournament representing that day, but at least we can make some nice memories, albums, and whatever we can make in such a hard times. I'm talking normally, but of course probably you're concentrating on listening goals, and then of course you may choose what you want the first. If you come to say some things which shows that you're a very dumb person. Okay, I have nothing to say about this. So public will know that you're simply Moroni's guy. If you feel happy about that, I will not try to defend you. Okay. I know that you both want the game to start, but introducing and saying the important words are also a big part of the tournaments. Well, nobody knows. Maybe 10-15 minutes. If we have any moderators in the chat, please kill all the bad provoking people from our chat, because I cannot do it myself, but we have very many morons here in the chat, so if you can somehow delete them, me and the other public will be really thankful to you. For those who doesn't like English translation sort of it, you have lots of Russian lots of Russian channels with Russian commentary. These guys, so please go there. Don't spam here. Especially it's my not sort of request, it's as my good wish to the Russian speaking guys who just in the chat and basically not contributing in any good sense for our
Мы играем 4 партии, потом будет перерыв, и потом снова 4 партии. Также, наверное, многим интересно, но я думаю, что все уже знают, призовой фонд турнира 100 тысяч рублей у нас, также подарки от спонсоров. И я думаю, что мы не будем тянуть время, пора уже объявлять жеребьевку и начинаем тогда первый тур. Да, еще последнее очень важное объявление. У нас сегодня открыт музей шахмат. Он был открыт вот до начала турнира, и также он будет открыт как раз в перерыве. То есть после четвертого тура, кто еще не успел сходить и хочет сходить в музей шахмат, пожалуйста, у вас будет такая возможность. Всем, кто у нас снимает, зрителям, пожалуйста, можно снимать видео, можно снимать фотографии. Единственная просьба, не мешать участникам непосредственно в игре. И второе, конечно же, выключать звук мобильных телефонов.
По поводу жеребьевки, она сделана в случайном порядке, то есть не ищите здесь какого-то скрытого смысла, она не по рейтингу.
As I understand the problem that you listening at the same time both, yes, so you listening whatever happens there and also my comments. Okay, but during the game it's probably will be easy.
Единственное, у нас нет номерков столов, второму туру мы это поправим. Первый стол у нас начинается...
because then I'll be screaming my voice out, so
it's
really tough. And anyway, I'm not saying something really important right now, so just as you, I'm still waiting the tournament to start, and we probably will follow board by board and to see how the games are displaying.
Кого называю первым?
Okay, we'll see probably the main arbiter, and he will explain
Girya, Olga, Kosteniuk, Alexandra. Второй стол Gunina, Valentina, Kovalevskaya, Baira. Третий Badelka Elena Tomilova. Четвертый Tomilova, Elena, Shuvalova, Polina. Пятый Maltsevskaya, Alexandra.
If my voice is breaking off the videos better, okay, you have to tell me. If I'm
Седьмой wiil, Alina Charochkina,
less
Восьмой Ekaterina
explicit
Kovalevskaya.
than Russian speaking guys, okay, that's completely normal, okay. What I can do? Aha. So you see the players is already taking places. So I guess the drawing of lots is probably made. Probably has been made or aha. Okay, good. So Olga Girya against Alexandra Kosteniuk. So they are from the different teams and also from the different approaches to the life. You see a huge mask is covering almost all the Alexandra's face. And Olga Girya is not wearing any mask at all. So they're not from the blonde and Brunettes team, but they're also from the other camps in life probably, yeah? Mask followers and mask haters probably, yeah? Okay, so for d4 knight f64, what is gonna be? It's gonna be some Vienna variation, modern line with e4 b5. It's now been played by many top guys, including Jan Nepomniachtchi himself. He actually like re-invented this line on the big level. He played in the super final relatively successfully. He recently employed it in against Magnus himself, and also with the decent results and decent positions. So let's see what both sides has in mind here. Okay, castle. Actually, I've never studied this position closer with black. Of course, never studied with white. Ninja versus fairy. Okay, guys, you have your point. Handshakes, yeah, even the handshakes. Maybe it's allowed. Actually, I think with the handshakes, it's an interesting topic, because I believe that after all these cheater scandals over the internet, I guess the handshakes should officially be stopped. I mean, because it makes no sense to continue any handshakes, not because of this virus, but because simply if you think that your opponent was cheating online, you simply have no wish to shake his hand in the real life. At least you have to be giving such a choice. Otherwise, you may feel simply offended. Let's say I don't want to shake hands with maybe like 100 GMs after understanding what they're doing online. Okay, I'm seeing them over the board, and I'm sort of forced to have a handshake with them. But basically, let's say I know that he was cheating, not maybe exactly against me, but against some other guys. I have all the proofs, the evidence, whatever. Okay, I don't want to make any case about it, because nowadays it's so common that it makes no sense to cry about it. But then, of course, at least give me a chance to avoid handshaking. I really disrespect such players, really, and I don't want to have any conjunctions with them, so at least give me chance to avoid handshaking. It's ultimately important. So probably we're even thinking maybe to write some official paper to FIDE, so please stop handshaking, please. It's really necessary. The handshakes before and after the games should be stopped. It's no any other choice, guys. Not because of the virus, but because of the total cheating online. I mean, it should be stopped, really. Yeah, okay guys, most of you came here and you're Russian speaking. Of course, I advise you to go to the other channel. Okay, there is a trade. The knight came to d3, well supported with the bishop on s6. Okay, white can take, and knight c5 probably, yeah? At least it's one of the first which comes to mind. And it looks pretty bad for black, I would say. White wins the pawn and basically having a very stable position, maybe just a 4. Why not a 4? It just looks really horrible for black. Okay, bishop c6, queen d3. Okay, black may get some little compensation, but overall I think white enjoys certain advantage. Okay, this is logical. Okay, the pawn probably will be taken. Okay, maybe knight d5, and if knight comes to b4 and the pawn to f5, then it's maybe actually can be some compensation, yeah? f5 makes sense. She's trying to fight for the control of the b4 square. In that sense, it makes sense. But knight d3, I don't like that much. Now knights are a little bit lousy for white. Knight on c5 was taking basically a good position, so no point in removing him. c1. Okay, this basically we can say that black gets some play, yeah? Knight on f3 is also relatively inactive. And okay, but it's still not yet clear how black will improve, yeah? f6 is very double-edged. If not f6, then the queen on e7 is just barely a lousy piece, yeah? So okay, black may go for some knight before trade and then trying to attack both pawns on d4 and b2. If not this, then again Alexandra will face the problem that, okay, she's playing more in a passive fashion. She wasn't jumping. Okay, she made a couple of useful moves, but overall the queen on e7 is still a bit lousy, yeah? Queen g5, queen h4, maybe somewhere to jump with the queen, huh? No? It's only my desire to activate this piece, or some people have same ideas too. Yeah. If you speak French, okay, guys, my deep apologize. I'm not a French-speaking guy, and this is English commentaries for the rest of the world. Yeah. So trade on b4. Okay, now both pawns are hanging on b2 and d4. The knight on d2 is completely out of place still. I guess it's easier to play now with black. White into defense. Okay, maybe knight f3 just to go back and try to hold. I don't think that white is doing anywhere better here. Yeah, knight f3. Okay, probably white needs about just to come to standby play. Not that easy to come up with something quick. Maybe h3. Yes, h3 not bad. So she's playing c6. And now she wants to activate the second rook. Rook comes to b7, yeah? Okay, now white needs to attack the d5 bishop, but it's hard to make, yeah? s6. s6 pawn maybe be weak in the endgames. But anyway, white is missing any reasonable play, yeah? Very unpleasant to play in blitz. Rook b8 probably. And black is sort of good, and white is sort of stuck with any ideas, yeah? Rook d2. Okay, at any moment black can simply take on d4 and regain the pawn, but okay, rook b6 probably Alexandra is correct. It's no need to rush. You can concentrate. Rook c3 I like actually. Rook c3 invites knight h2, knight g4, rook g3 ideas. Okay, knight h2, please. No. Rook c5 is not correct. Knight h2, rook g3, knight g4. At least to start some play. Because then with the knight on g4 and rook on g3, white can get some play. At least maybe some counter threats. Maybe knight will come to e3. If you're playing that way, you can never basically win. You can only lose, yeah? Because, okay, black won the pawn on e6. Now the material is equal, but black enjoys all the activity of the pieces. Queen can come to b7. So basically white looks lost, yeah? h4, but h4 is not organizing any play. No, g3 is just out of sense. Okay, but she's playing on the last seconds. It's hard for her. Black is of course completely winning, pawn up, and completely dominant position also. That tough for white. Yes, tough for white. Okay, Alexandra was playing really great this game, so she basically was playing very consistent. And oops, what to take to queen or not to queen? f3. No, okay, but that's is really hard. Knight goes to g2, queen d4, and okay, the rook is hanging. Mate is okay, soon to follow. Okay, she resigned. Yeah, 2 pawns down. Okay, maybe if it's not yet a mate, then it will be made to follow. Okay, so Alexandra won. Olga played a little bit passive that game, but okay, it's only the beginning of the event. If we can move now to some other board, probably we can catch some endings of the other games. Valentina Gunina is already finished her game, so hopefully she's doing fine and she will help blondes to play as best as they can. Okay, in the chat we're discussing some nuances about the vaccine in the different countries. Okay, this topic I leave to you guys. I'm not any sort of expert in it, so I will try to focus on the chess games. There are probably still one game in the progress, or it may just look like that. Valentina Gunina. So of course lots of depends on her form. If she's doing great, then she can score lots of points. If some of you watched the way she was playing Title Tuesday a couple of weeks ago, she was crushing 2-6 plus guys left and right, so it was really a great show and great impression to see. The breaks are unknown for me between the rounds, but hopefully it's not gonna be big. So we will have it solid on speed, and the results, I guess it's possible to check on the chessresults.com. Hopefully you can get results from on there. Other sources are unknown to me, but they probably exist. Maybe you can get some official results from the official site, or maybe some something will be showed, maybe this maybe in between rounds or after some rounds you may see the table with the results, but okay, about this I don't have any clear information. Of course, it's nice to see the to see the crawlers table for sometimes, but okay. Since we focus only to transmit this picture, we will not move, and I will probably not get the exact standings for every player or for overall standings of each team. Gunina, you think scared? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that she is scared. I mean, I don't see any point for her to be scared. Okay, she played all of them so many times and so often, and she's basically scoring quite well, I believe. Of course, the way she plays chess requires normally to have good state of mind and good state of the other systems, but let's hope today is going to be that occasion and we can enjoy. Of course, I'd love to see her games transmitted for us, but okay, guys, if you can influence the TV crew, then of course I'll be really happy. Her games are normally full of interesting turns. Okay. So if you know any results, you can also write to me, so keep me updated. Let's say, what are the result of the first round? Who won? With only one game, but obviously it's good to know the results of all games. If you have any, then okay, then you can also keep me updated in the chat, please. Like, first round, who won? I have no idea. I saw only one game, and basically my telephone is dying. I can't basically check what goes on. So you are my most reliable sources of information why I'm sitting here. If I go downstairs to check, you miss my presence, which is maybe not the best way to make it work, yeah? Chess results to open, yeah, but somehow it's not that quick. Okay. I may try to get it, but let's see. If I'll be successful and quick, then maybe I can make it. If not successful and not quick, then it's full of strange events. Yeah, it's not that quick to find. Yeah. So it was like sports. Even don't know how it's named there. Yeah? Very, very, very strange names of the tournament, but blondes versus brunettes I don't see so far. Maybe if you can give me some direct link, it will be easier. No, I have no idea yet. The fantastic names of the event, but blondes I don't see this here. Okay. Olga Badelka, charming, smiling, and basically beauty in its best, yeah? So Badelka won against Elmira Mirzoeva. Okay, but what is the overall result, guys? Who won the first round? We can get, of course, game by game. Gunina won against Kovanova. Okay, it's 3 games. So it's like 2-1 for blondes, but it was supposed to be 8 games. Okay, but you're also forcing me to remember the colors of hairs if you go game by game. But okay, let's see. Okay, at least finally we get some adequate people in our chat. Okay, it's nice. Of course, it's nice and pleasant to see. It's probably some sponsors, if I can get correctly what goes on. Nice ladies are probably representing some of the sponsors group. Okay, so far you mentioned 4 games, and I can count it should be 2-2. And but it was 8 games, guys. So Maltsevskaya won against Daria Voit. Okay, that's kind of good results for blondes. Both of them are dangerous in the quick times controls. Yeah, we had lots of ideas how to also make men to join that event. We had lots of ideas how to try to get them also involved, but somehow not yet any response from any sponsor. Okay, we'll probably try to find a way, because otherwise, of course, it's nice to have this, but maybe we can also produce some nice show, yeah? Okay, so probably the next round is starting really soon. Elmira Mirzoeva, you see. The keep update you probably also see. Maria beat Paramzina, so probably blondes won the first game, the first round. Maybe it's like 5-3 or so to fit. Let's see. Bivol lost. Okay, so 1 rematch, yeah? So it's 4-3 now. Maybe it was actually drawn, yeah? As you can see, no draws, guys. I told you it's going to be beauty contest with very bloody games. It's a typical chess world. I mean, for the women chess world, they so nice, so friendly, so like that. But then they're sitting and completely crushing each other. So no draws, no like that. Amazing, yeah. Kovalevskaya, Guseva draw. So the only game were drawn. Okay, so 1 game draw out of 8. It's nice, and it means that blondes are leading +1. And maybe Valentina's games we will see now. It's good. She is playing against famous Elmira Mirzoeva. So let's see what's gonna happen. Reality opening from white. And bishop goes to g4. Normally black has a choice where to put the bishop, to f5 or to g4. And now the main choice is where to put the pawn, on e5 or to e6. Both ways are completely playable. Third choice is where to put the bishop, to c5, d6 or e7. So on each move it's some important choices. Important, not that it's will change a lot, but important to with you know, with some connection what each side is planning to do next. Bishop b2. Okay, black has basically solid position. Bishop on b6 looks quite active. Knight e5, a typical Valentina immediately calling the shots. Yeah, immediately, like no way, no wonder, like no any moves, like immediately calls this. d4 from Elmira. Okay, knight d3 is tempting, but the knight can get lost there, yeah? Okay, bishop e3, f5, b5, yeah? And it's gonna be real mess. So after cb, okay, let's say take on s7 and then attacking the knight. I don't know if knight can get away from d3. Okay, bishop f, knight f3 is maybe more practical to take. Anyway, Valentina enjoys playing a Charochkina structure now. Okay, bishop h3, a typical Valentina's move. I'm not sure that I will go like this. I will probably just take on f3 and enjoy it. Okay, so exchange on e4, queen d5. Okay, f5. Logical. Now Elmira needs to think how to do what to play. Black seems to be on the easier hand. Okay, the bishop on b2 is really a bit lost, and overall structure doesn't look that promising for white. So again, guys, if you're Russian talking guys and you want to display a stupidity of your own, please go to the Russian speaking channel. Please, there are lots of them. I cannot every time reply to you, because if any other guys from, let's say, from Europe or English speaking listening by any chance to stream, they may wonder why so many stupid guys like you are here. Please don't be that cruel. It doesn't matter. Even if I have one spectator on English and he'll be happy about my stream, I do my job, guys. I don't care how much people actually watching me. So my task is to make it possible for any English-speaking people, players, whatever, to get the chance to follow this great event. Live, not live, maybe they can check it afterwards or sort of it, yeah. Cool. Okay, bishop e3 is a little bit unsafe, yeah. This bishop on e3 from some point of view it's more active, but from the other point of view he's very vulnerable, yeah. It's like it's easy to spend the time, you know, checking and rechecking his location here. Yeah. So about this, I don't know. Rook f to e8 is a calm response. So basically Valentina sort of enjoys the overall course and she's not making any unnecessary actions, let's say. White may think about taking on e5, taking on e7, and try to say that the bishop on b6 is a little bit lost, yeah, like he doesn't contribute that much for the game, and try to use the activity of the e4 knight against bishop b6, but even though black looks of course comfortable in general because the pawn structure will be better for them, and just probably the course of the game also we can expect more easy game for black. If white is not trading on the 7th, and I just don't like the opportunity for white for knight from e7 to jump one day, and then the bishop on e3 will be completely stupid, yeah. c4. Oh, c4 is nice actually. c4 completely forgot about that move. Okay, but the question is queen c4 actually. Knight d6 and takes on 8, because okay, on f7 you can't take, yeah. Ooh, queen d4. Okay. Queen d4, very brave decision. Okay, maybe queen f5, but then still knight d6 is sort of unpleasant, yeah. Okay, queen c4, knight d6, queen d5 was possible, but the white can take on e8, yeah. And probably it's not enough, yeah, because then the knight will be not on e5. So she's taking the pawn, but now of course white gets lots of play, yeah. Yeah, c4 is actually good. I completely forget about that move, and c4 probably turns the tables a bit. Now white has a strong initiative. Okay, so rook f8, or what is it? Rook f8. Okay, from that angle is not easy to check, but so far I don't see what's wrong with rook f8. Probably is, yeah, probably not so much. Knight comes to b7. Okay, and position is very tough for playing for both sides. Valentina has to be careful. Okay, she probably will take bishop b5, but c5, then bishop c3. But then queen c7, yeah. Okay, queen c7, knight d6, yeah. That's, white is doing a basically normal position. Knight comes to b5, and sometimes queen g4 will have some unpleasant ideas, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Otto, thanks a lot for your nice addings. Okay, maybe rook d7 now, no? Ah, okay, h4 first. h4 first, okay, it's also good. I think rook d7 quite a hand move, yeah? Okay, you basically want to get your rook to the 7th rank, protecting everything, and maybe also hitting f7, potentially weak spot in the black's camp. Okay, rook b1 asking the bishop to show his location, maybe just to take pawn on c5. Anyway, it looks very dangerous for black. Black is doing not really well. Rook d7, rook b1, lots of interest. Even f4, f5, just you know, just to rush with the pawn. Yeah, even f4, yeah. But now knight h4. Oh, knight h4 is a threat. So easy to be missed, yeah. Okay, but Elmira is here. Okay, good. Knight h4 does not happen. That's good. So no any blunders yet. Still, Valentina's hoping to get some knight h4. King h1. So she wants to remove from any checks, but I think she loses lots of time. She loses lots of time, yeah, like this. Okay, maybe he should have played king h3 maybe from the first move, not king h2. No. Now it's again good for black. Yeah, black gets two connected pawns, and the Okay, rook s6 I don't like at all. No, no, no. I don't think it's a correct idea. Knight d3 maybe just to go. Okay, king g2. Knight d3 maybe. No, to stop the pawns. No, s6 running. Queen b7 running. Ooh, 5 seconds. Okay, I stopped my idiotic comments. No, no, it doesn't matter what goes on. Just a pawn queens, yeah? A pawn queens, just s7 and it's a queen. s7, Elmira! Oh, the flag fell. The flag fell, but she's not noticing that the flag fall. Ah, okay. Okay, s7 and white was actually winning, yeah? Rook b7, knight b7. And the pawn simply promoted because rook d8 is knight d8, yeah? So white will be a queen up and not so many dangerous threats from black. So Valentina was slightly lucky in the end. But as you can see, lots of turns of that game. Baira Kovanova with white against Olga Girya. So the players playing on seconds. It's a probably lost endgame for white. Black is a pawn up. And missing some checks. What to do? G5 maybe, yeah? G5 and to make sure both pawns are running. Yeah, knight on d5 is not contributing to any defense. Okay, g4 and... Okay, once black will get his pawn to g4, it's probably lost for white, yeah? Oops, what happened? Oh, the flag fall. The flag fall again, but okay, this endgame looks lost for white. At least it's really hard to defend. Looks like just connected pawns are moving. Okay, Polina Shuvalova against Olga Badelka, playing on seconds. What we have opposite colored bishops hanging pawn up for black. Looks a bit drawish overall. And you see the difference in making moves, yeah? Like Polina is very calm and Olga is sort of very like this. And she's playing fast and this. Okay, that looks like a draw. But she needs to hurry up. King c6 repeated. King d2. She wants to play for the win. Wow. What a stamina, huh? Being pawned down, basically no ideas. And it looks like that white is thinking maybe to play for the win. Incredible. But that's completely insane. That's just insane chess. It's just insane chess. The position is completely... not better for white, and okay, Olga decided to stay calm and to make a draw. Okay, not to be influenced by any of this. Okay, another handshake. Yeah. So many handshakes today. So many handshakes. Yeah. Okay, I already expressed my opinion what I guess should be done about all these official handshakes. Of course, it's only my opinion, but nevertheless, I was there to express it. Hopefully, you don't mind listening to my ideas. Okay, so the game is drawn. Probably the second round has just finished. If any of you will get some results, it's also good. Alexander looks a bit like a ninja, yeah? Some ninja project here, so if she would also cover her hairs, then it's gonna be a really scary image, but probably the virus is so dangerous that she feels that she needs to defend it that way all the time in any official event, so maybe it has some other reason, I have no idea. When you show this closer look, having a board across the screen, it is much better. Okay, probably. I mean, of course you get more emotions, checking like this. I mean, when we follow exactly the way the players are playing for the playing hall, but of course we do miss the other games. That's of course a big weak spot in such a way of transmitting the games. But anyway, it's hard to follow all games in Blitz. I mean, it's really quick, it's really fast, so I think it's better to focus on one. So the hands are shaking. Oof. Hands are shaking and water is not saving. Okay, I can understand. Okay, nerves are so like that, yeah. So you see, it's a friendly match, but you see already hands are shaking, but it's only a second round, so we may only think what will happen next after 5th or 6th round when the tension can only grow, yeah. Charochkina beat Fominykh, Kosteniuk beat Kovalevskaya. So far, Brunettes are doing good in the second round. Okay. So let's look Bivol. Okay, at least we have one active moderator in our chat who can quickly guess all the results. Thanks a lot for your efforts. So far, then we can get a maybe better picture what goes on result-wise also in that match. Of course, you see just a very beautiful picture on your screen, guys. Hopefully your eyes can at least rest a bit, yeah? Just can rest a bit after endless time spending, you know, looking to monitor for something better in your life. Something better. We may expect maybe some actually nice guests for that event. I have no idea if they're gonna come or not. So far we see the mostly players on the TV crew and maybe some representative of the law of the federation. Of course, it will be nice to see any famous guests, or if you want to come, I told you it's possible to come. It's a free entrance. You don't need to pay. You don't need to show or to provide any tests. It's maybe one of the last events. Who knows? Maybe with such rights like that. Yeah. Okay, Konstantin. Okay, a nice point. A nice point. Okay, if you can do that, you're really a monster of blitz. But even I cannot for surely say that was one of my strongest points. When I was entering a side note, I was entering a side note. Okay, just with blitz it's easy. You just need to keep pace. I think the most important is just to keep a certain pace. I mean, so don't. If you can't keep the pace and you basically not. You know, making any breaks in your flow, then of course you can be a good blitz player. Actually, it's a nice question. What happens if they changes the color of the hairs? I guess it happened. I think it was the player I don't remember exactly now who basically played for different teams in different years. I guess it's possible. Also, you see that Alexandra Maltsevskaya basically can match any of the teams. Okay, I'm not such a big specialist in understanding what exactly comes to be, what exactly you need to be pure blonde or pure brunette. Okay, especially in nowadays life. But hopefully girls know this better. So let's hope that they and the arbiters can understand who is natural blonde, who is unnatural blonde, who can play for any team, for both teams, and sort of it. Paramzina beat Maltsevskaya, so guess the second round went into the win for Brunettes, so far as I can see. And okay, probably +2 looks so far, yeah. Or maybe still a modest +1. Okay. So the way they started the match, it looks like it's gonna be pretty close and pretty tense. If after 2 rounds the overall score is equal, it shows that. It may be very close till the end. So Alexandra is interviewed and she's probably revealing some of her secrets, how to remain so strong and so this at the same time. I guess the third round is about to begin in a few minutes. Gunina is probably 2 out of 2. Alexandra also probably 2 out of 2 for the other team. There are probably some other players who also may be on that level. Yeah, so you need to convince about everything. Yeah, maybe playing the piano is also a nice idea. Maybe not. To get the tea or coffee is essential between the rounds. Yes, to get some support. Okay, that's also important. One of the best historical. Yeah, historical is not correct. Charochkina is on the screen. Yeah. No wonder she's maybe still, you know, rechecking some. Moves from the previous game of previous rounds. Okay. Okay, time to start, I think, yeah? Okay, enough of these coffees, enough of these teas. enough of this enjoyment, yeah. Always a reason to smile. It's nice. It's nice. The blonde at least looks more positive so far. A bit, yeah. A bit more positive, okay. Yeah, if you want to support our channel with any like, subscription or donate, feel free. Of course, we will be very, very thankful for any sort of support or any sort of attention from you. Okay, so the sponsors are still here. That's a fantastic question. That's a fantastic question. Okay, thanks Ali for reminding this. Okay, the topic between alpha matches and underhills, yeah, that's my dream actually to make. We are completely, you know, will be completely, you know, I don't know how even to express. I think it's really the match which should be organized one day, like alpha matches against underhills, and especially it will be very nice to see the players who will be willingly to join the underhills team. Of course, we can make our own selection and just to force guys to go to the certain team, but of course we will go against the ones Liberty, and that's not so good. But if we can find a sponsor, if we kind of can find a way how to make it, maybe if you know any sponsor or any site who can be potentially interested in organizing this, I think it should be really a fabulous event, which may be on the same level as blondes versus brunettes, and underhills versus yeah, alpha machos. It's kind of, it's essential challenge, just essential challenge. And I'm ready to comment, I'm ready to help in organizing, I'm ready to contribute in whatever sense I can be useful for, but simply not yet clear what should be done for making that. Of course, we announced already that in our streams we already get this idea into general public, so we want to see some response, but so far only a few attentive moderators were able to catch this idea. Yeah, okay, if you want to share this, that I'm streaming on English, of course you can share, maybe more people can join from all over the world and to see this fascinating event which takes place in Central Chess Club. Nowadays it's a really rare occasion when we can still stream some live events. They still exist, guys, believe, and especially such a beautiful ones. Let the wives choose. Okay, that's a good point, but okay, if let's say he's not married, or he has 2 wives, or he has 5 wives, okay, whom to believe? It's kind of a complicated question, yeah? So I guess we have to rely on the independent and free choice, or we can basically try to level up by the level of play. Maybe some alpha matches will go to support the underhills, or maybe we can just, you know, make it vice versa. But overall, I guess it's not really important. So important is to have such a show, and important to have such a challenge. I believe that is what is important. Yeah. I can basically join any of this team. I'm not a guy who is, you know, such a conformist who will say that, okay, if I'm thinking of myself, I'm alpha macho, I cannot join the underhill team. I guess for a certain period of time you can basically be successful in any of these teams. If you becoming a married guy, so probably you be more wise to enter the second team just to get your marriage in a more stable way. Let's say, yeah, if let's say you're not married, a sort of free man, so maybe you can still pretend that you're on the alpha macho side of life. Yeah, really. Okay, that's my actually a big wish, of course, to see such an event. Okay, we have some polls probably after each second round. It's not yet clear. Yeah, I guess some TV company Mir. I don't know what is exactly this Mir is TV company. Okay, I'm completely behind these topics, and Yeah, hopefully they will make a good episode and some other people can enjoy. 5 wives means he's an alpha macho. Probably. It can be both cases, guys. He can be under heels. Of course, being under heels and with the presence of five wives make it closer maybe to some psyche house, yeah, but it can be any case, but it's sort of a great discovery that such a match can be also an issue, yeah. Especially once you admit that you're no longer to the alpha macho team, you basically don't have so many biological choices left. Maybe becoming an underhealer, at least it saves an important years of your life, yeah. If you understand what I mean. Okay. Don't remind us this cheating topic. Let's say it's gonna be a fair match. Okay. Of course, you cannot believe that any fair matches can happen these days. But okay, let's pretend that this underheels will play fair because they're afraid of their wives, and the alpha matches will play fair because they're alpha matches by their nature. Okay. Let's take it like this. Yeah. Okay. So players are ready to start the third round. Maria is playing Marina Guseva. Alexandra Maltsevskaya, she plays against Daria Charochkina. We'll probably see that game from Alexandra's point of view. From her right shoulder, it's like we're an angels who are sitting on her right shoulder. Scandinavian knight f3. And what she plays here? Okay, she plays bishop e2. That's a center line, which is quite demanding for white and for black to know what they're doing. Valentina Gunina, okay, she plays. It's not yet clear against whom she plays because the eyes are completely not here. Okay, I can only try to guess whom she plays. Okay, if I see the face, probably I'll get the better idea. But the body language is harder for me to get the idea whom she plays. Okay, maybe it's a Polina Shuvalova, I can guess. So it's quite an important matchup for the third round. So, okay, we see some Novo Indian and knight goes c3. Okay, most likely some knight bd7, or where knight is supposed to go. Okay, knight d7. Bishop f4. Okay, so both players probably knows what they're doing. I'm not a big expert with either color in that topic. Don't know what should be done, rook c8 or whatever. Just looks a bit more free to play with white, but black is very solid, of course. Rook c8. Okay, you're leaving because I'm not reading your messages. Okay, sorry. Probably I've read some of your messages, but maybe not in the exact moment when you had your attention focus. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, queen f4 jump. It can be either bad or good. Rarely it's a medium move. It normally, fastens or slows your further play. S6 is kind of comes quickly. Since okay, if black plays b5, white trades on d5, black gets knight b6 and sort of it, then white basically lost some time. So not so clear what they achieved, but black can get some play on the queen side. Okay, b5 is probably reasonable. I don't know what happens with black taking on c4, no idea. For b5, I guess c5, yeah? At least to shut this bishop on b7, yeah. But black may get f5, bishop f6 timed, yeah? Otherwise f4, and I'm afraid that this bishop on b7 gonna be slightly loose. Okay, maybe she wants to go with c5, with e5, yeah? So knight d7 now. And bishop f4, e5, yeah? Before e5, it maybe actually, yeah, just okay, not to be so bothered with this bishop on b7, just try to reuse the center and to get this pawn on c5, the knight goes, d4 c5, pawn starts to roll, okay, maybe, why not? f5 bishop f6 is a sort of positional, but okay, black may be running risks to get some sacrifices on b5 on d6. Marie is actually playing this event, so she's there. She's in the center of the heat. Okay, but she's not yet on the cam, so we cannot follow her games. Gunina can't win the tournament. She can only show the best performance in the blondes team. It's a team competition. It's not some individual race. And my opinion on Scandinavian is, okay, if you know what you're doing, you can play it with black quite easily. And actually, it's an opening which requires from white kind of a concrete knowledge to get something realistic out of the opening. Otherwise, I guess it's absolutely playable, and maybe sometimes it's even easier to play with black, because they basically follow the same scenarios of play. Okay, queen c7 with such a manner, like okay, take it, yeah, queen c7. Okay, so she wants to run with her pawns one day. The run can start with d4 followed by c5, if she is not afraid of knight comes to d6 or any of the squares. And Valentina, of course, immediately comes closer to the king. It's a typical way of her play. Black may prepare also some pawns advance, maybe rook cd8 first or sort of it. Or she decided to push it immediately. Okay, it makes some sense to ask this knight to go to some ugly place. Looks very good for black position. Maybe some rook d8, c5. Okay, she may be a bit afraid of bishop h6 and f4 from Valentina. Okay, now maybe bishop h6, yeah? And then f4. No, knight d2 comes. Okay. Okay, just to get f4 and maybe f5 is quite useful for white. Still bishop h6, I mean, knight does not have any dangerous jump. And, okay, then, I don't know, but then after rook f e8, f4 gets already a bit dangerous for white, yeah? Because after knight g5 you have to sack the queen, yeah? This basically wasn't my intention. After knight d4, black also wins the pawn. Or maybe wins the, yeah, maybe wins, okay, still f5 is the only square to go, yeah, okay, probably it's not the case. So the game is not really pleasant for Valentina. She's missing some clear plan what to do. He has sort of certain weaknesses, and black has much in his hand. Queen f3, she goes, and knight d4 immediately. Immediately knight goes to d4, c5, e4 maybe, no, but she's not afraid of bishop f5. Wow. Okay, maybe knight e6 back, yeah. Knight e6 back. Now she gets her knight. Now she gets her bishop out on f5. Okay, bishop comes to e4. Okay, huge positional advantage for black. White has absolutely no play. And of course, black has a very easy play. Yeah, yeah. Just push pawns and see what you can get. Yeah. Very tough to play this with white. Maybe c4, yeah, why not? Okay, knight d4 probably, no? Knight d4, white can get it, no? Looks a bit dangerous, of course. Ah, okay, then, I know, but probably, okay, bishop g2, rook c4, yeah? Rook c4, ah, then queen b7. Then queen b7, she takes a pawn on h3. Okay, so lucky escape for black. But still, maybe some fight, yeah, still. Okay, now she needs to think. Okay, take on h3, maybe g4. Yeah? Ah, no. King h2 just. Okay, the bishop is still trapped, yeah? The bishop is still trapped. So, okay, then of course it's ends up in the favor for white. These complications. Yes, so probably Polina wasn't really successful in making of this. She had a completely winning position, and now it's now the table's turn, yeah? So probably, okay, she's... Okay, but even rook c5 is just completely lost. Rook c5, the opposite colored position is just lost for black. Yeah, just rook c5, correct. And queen c5. Okay, no need to rush. Yeah, queen c5, because the bishop on h6 is just a monster, and black has completely stupid bishop on e6, basically. White is pawn up, but the most important difference between the bishops, yeah? Yeah, maybe queen e3, queen d4, just any reasonable move. Okay, g4 I would love to play one day for white, just to have king g3 space for the king. not to run any checks on the second rank and not to be cutted with my king on the first rank. Okay, if g4, king g3 I can put one day, then I think it's technically should be winning for white. Okay, exchanges this, rook d2. Okay, this is probably winning. Yes, probably winning for white. Since black is completely boxed with the king, but of course it requires precision for both sides. Yeah. f4. Okay, white takes. f6. Okay, takes. It's still not possible to get out of this mediating net. Okay, maybe e5. Yeah, e5. It's kind of tempting to have such a pawns. Bishop c4. Then okay, but then rook d7 check was no. Valentina, why not rook d7 check? Where this knight is going to? I don't get the point. Then rook e7 check, no? Or f7, b3 check. She saw the check. Okay, that's good. But now position is not so clear. Yeah. Not so clear. Okay, what to do? Okay, but then it's just a queen. No, then black is loses. Okay, white is the rook up, and okay, bishop g7. Okay, that's an easy job. Bishop b2. Time to resign. Yeah. Time to resign. Yeah. Nice fighting game. Nice fighting game. Typical Valentina. You need to think twice or three times to enter any tactical complications against her. Polina played great game till certain moment. She outplayed her opponent and she was strategically and positionally completely winning. But then some misfortune came and she was probably over. Woo! Knight f3. What is that? It's just to make a draw with the knight, with the extra knight. Okay, let's see if black is remembering opposition or not. But okay, really, king h4. What's the point of such a play? You're playing with the increment. Okay. Terminator, of course. Okay, time to stalemate black. King g6. Good. Time to stalemate. Okay, you can get 0.60 for your effort. It's not yet 50-50. Get a little bit more percentage because you stalemate at your opponent. So any tie breaks should be in your favor. Yeah. Cold legs for white. Okay. So blondes won so far 2 games we've seen already on the picture. Black had b2, yeah, black had b2 really, but okay, they were playing a bit fast on seconds, but after she made this rook c5 exchange, okay, white is technically winning, I guess, but b4 like it was vice versa, so okay, we probably will get more results from our moderator who somehow is able to see the other boards too. There's also Pavel Trigubov, the Alexandra Kosteniuk's husband. He's also present, of course, here, and he's helping to get the better results for a Brunettes team. 2 other players on the screen. Yeah, Gunina, congrats. Yeah. Valentina is absolutely great and absolutely unicum player. You may agree with me, you may not, but she's a unicum, that's no doubt. Yeah. Okay. Brunettes, these 2 maybe not so far showing the best results, but anyway, Polina, as I told you, played a very good game. Just okay, she pushed a bit too far, and okay, once she missed knight d4, okay, it was already no longer probably easy. Yeah? Before that, it was everything on her. Yes, Maria lost to Guseva. Okay, what to do? Life is hard. You can't get lost to Guseva, so you should not be so much upset about that. Okay, have also some questions here. Okay. I really hope it's going to be some not only financial prizes, but it should be also some prizes maybe from the sponsors. I don't know what they can provide, but hopefully some players will also get some nice prizes. This is an overall view for the playing hall. It's main hall so far in the Central Chess Club so far. I've played the first tournament here back in 1986, which shows that it's already 35 years ago. I played it maybe one of the lowest category possible. I think it might be third category tournament, maybe fourth category tournament. So I was really a complete beginner, but I was already playing exactly in the same hall. And then of course I've played here many events, international events, Russian superfinals, blitz tournaments, rapid tournaments, handicap tournaments, matches, whatever. So if we can count how many events I've played exactly in this room, I guess it's maybe like more than 20, I guess, maybe even more than 30. So it's really countless number of events I played exactly in the same hall. Bivol lost to Kosteniuk, Tomilova lost to Paramzina. Okay, blondes are started to lose, yeah. Maltsevskaya lost to Charochkina. Yeah, it looks like Brunettes are leading this match with approximately +3 merge and after 3 rounds, if I can count well. Yes, so you see only Kovalevskaya is able to make any draws. She made it against Baira Kovanova. Yes, so far she's the most tough not to crack in the blondes team. A very experienced and probably she is playing in a solid manner. So girls are afraid to take a big risk trying to beat her. Okay, but anyway, blondes need to see the way how they can try to score a little bit more, yeah. Otherwise, if the tendency continues like this, probably Brunettes will take the match and will take the lead with +2 in the overall board of results. But Badelka lost to Voit. No, this is just a disaster round, yeah. So all blondes lost, yeah. That's incredible. It's like -3 for them, yeah. Tough round. Okay, I don't know if any breaks are scheduled for the players. I have no idea. It would be maybe quite reasonable to make some break maybe after the 4th round to get maybe 10-15 minutes to get some air, to get some tea, coffee or interviews if someone still wishes to make them. But as I'm sitting here, I have no information. No information yet. Okay. Players are entering the room. Probably the 4th round is about to begin. Olga Badelka. She's supposed to play black. I thought that she's from Belarus, but she plays so many events organizing inside the Russia, so I don't know actually what is her location now. Maybe she's just coming from Minsk all the way, or maybe she's studying somewhere here. I have no idea. I just saw her pretty often in the local events in St. Petersburg, in Moscow, and sort of it. What's the overall score, guys? I have no exact idea. I guess it should be around +3 or maybe even +4 for Brunettes after 3 rounds. So it means that blondes need to do something to unshake the score and to try to catch up until it's not yet late, yeah? Evgeny Potemkin is on the screen, a very famous blogger, streamer who is making lots of interesting videos. Especially he was making lots of videos of young guys beating some famous players. If you're kind of interested in how it looks, go to check his channel on YouTube, and you will find tons of videos when, I don't know, some young guys are destroying big guys. Okay, Polina Shuvalova is supposed to play Olga Girya, another pretty close encounter. So basically 2 strong players. I guess Olga, after she lost to Alexandra, probably she won a couple of games, so she's now probably on the positive score. And Polina, we saw, just lost to Valentina, and I had no idea how she played the first 2. Probably she was winning some. Okay, Alexandra plays against Maria. Okay, now we can take a look to that game. French defense knight c3. Ah, okay, it's only +2 for Brunettes. Okay. Okay, that's kind of cool. D takes a4. Okay, I was never teaching her to play that bet. Knight f6, queen f6. Okay, there is this eastern, which I was actually checking for black a bit for blitzes and so. But if white knows what they're doing, it's pretty bad for black, unfortunately. Yeah, bishop d3. Okay, now black needs to go with knight c6, bishop d6 quick. And if e5 he's in time to go there, then it's fine. If not in time, then it's sad. Okay, knight c6, probably Maria has to play. Because if c3 is on castle and e5 is well timed. Okay, knight d7. Okay, knight d7 is also possible, just a bit more passive approach. Okay, she may go castle rook e1 for white, and it's harder for black to come up with e5. But basically the whole setup for black is just to provide e5. After castle shot, white also has queen e4, asking immediately how we will defend h7 threat, which is kind of unpleasant. Black may go b6, which requires from white a certain knowledge what he is doing, but overall it mostly requires knowledge from black. Okay, b6 if she's afraid of queen e4. Because if black gets to get his bishop to b7, then it's sort of playable. Because black will have both options, c5 or e5 open. Yeah, b6 she plays. It's kind of okay. Okay, if rook a1, bishop b7, knight e5, I still don't like black so much. But maybe it's sort of playable, even though white of course enjoys the easier hand. Okay, bishop e2 is also okay. Just now black can castle finally and go with the plan with the e5. That's why I don't like bishop e4 quickly. Okay, she may get her bishop to c6 now, yeah? No, e4 is out of basically out of direction. I don't think it's any danger for black. Okay, if castle e5, then it's just completely equal. But after castle, white mate gets bishop c6, yeah, to stop e5. Okay, she's not paying any attention to e5 move, which is completely surprising. c5 she played. Okay, I will probably go e5. I think black is doing fine. In terms, black is close to equal. I mean, fine is not that, it's not means that black is good, it means that black is close to equal. Because white basically misplayed her pieces and f5 makes no contribution for white's play really. Okay, Brunettes lead +3, okay, no problem, it's not that important at the moment. Okay, c5, a little bit less precise from black, because okay, now the d6 bishop is hanging and bishop on c8 is still relatively passive. After e5 you can get both your bishops out and your bishop on d6 is not hanging. It's just more safe way to play and more pure, let's say. It's more easy to play and go like that. c5 I like a little bit less. Okay, still Maria is spending too much time. No, rook d8 is unsafe. Yeah, it's like unsafe play, because now the rook on d8 can be hanging in a certain lines. Okay, I may understand her hesitation to take on d4, because in some way it activates white, but now it's a little bit not easy, yeah, and she also spends the time. Then okay, then of course white is on the easy track, yeah. Okay, knight f8 she wants. So what was her point behind rook d8? Maybe knight f8 to go. I'm just trying to get the point of rook d8 playing. Okay, cd. Okay, now because after cd4, knight d4, there is additional problem that knight c6 comes. Yeah? Forking these rooks and maybe not unclear. Okay, knight f8 played. It makes some sense. But now knight e5 can be a problem for black. Okay, knight e5 immediately probably you just take on e5, yeah? d rook d1, queen e5, and looks okay, yeah? Okay, the pawn is not hanging, rook on b8 is not yet lost. But the bishop on c8, of course, having problems in entering the play. It's a price for c5, I guess. You may write to me to WhatsApp if you have one. You may leave any message to Maria if you have any interest in certain discussions. So of course it's possible to find me. It's not such a big deal, yeah. g3 played. g3 makes some sense. Okay, some preparational move in general, making a luft for the king and basically waiting what black is planning to make. Okay, cd, rook d4. Okay, Now the problem is that bishop c5, white probably intends to take on d8 and go knight e5, yeah? And then the pawn on f7 starts to be under attack, and knight c4 and knight c6 is also a fork, yeah? Okay, e5 played. e5 okay, if she can jump with bishop g4, it's absolutely brilliant, because at least she gets her rooks connected and the pin is very annoying, especially after g3 played. Okay, bishop g4, yes, good. Now Alexandra has to be slightly careful because knight e6, knight d4 is at some agenda. And okay, she's deprived from any h3. Okay, maybe king g2 h3, but it looks still, yes, knight e6. And after h3, knight d4 can be played. Yeah, rook d2, bishop f3, black is exchange up, yeah? Knight d4, or what is it, yeah? Okay, white gets lots of compensation for the exchange, of course, but black is still can play this, yeah? Okay, she may take it on d4, rook d4, bishop f3, bishop f3, e d4, bishop d5, attacking f7 pawn. Okay, and black needs to think how to defend, yeah? In the worst case, rook f8. In a good case, what it can be? Bishop f7. Bishop f7, a little bit like unhealthy move, yeah? It may exist, but I don't like it so much. Queen e3. Wow. She's so brave, eh? She's so brave to play like this. Okay, it's a very shaky move to make queen e3. I'm not sure I'm gonna be there to play like this. Bishop c5 black has. Okay, black has lots of options. Okay, knight takes c2. Greedy approach. I'm just afraid that black may end up facing a problem stopping this monster as a bishop. Attacking the pawn. Okay, g6 played. Bishop g2. Now it's completely unpredictable, but I don't like the matchup for the black pieces. Yeah, it looks like black is doing in a very problematic way. Ooh, queen f2. Wow, she completely missed that move probably. And now what goes on? Rook d8. Maria, quicker. Hands are shaking. But queen f2 was a big miss, of course. This is a very important pawn, of course, to take. Okay, rook d7. No, she was not there. Okay. Bishop d4, bishop b5. Oof. Yeah, huge blunder came. Okay, the final position was probably okay for black. Maybe not yet winning, but okay, the blunder came. Okay. And rook d7, queen d1, king g2. It's close, but not yet a win, yeah? I don't see exactly how to. Okay, after trading and placing knight to the center, okay, black is safe, of course, but white has some practical chances to hold, yeah. Okay, but the knight was lost. Okay, what to do? A pure blitz topics, yeah. Queen c3. What goes on? What goes on here? I don't understand what goes on. Okay, black is supposed to resign, I think, no? Black is supposed to resign, but Olga looking with such a face that she wants to win. I would be expecting resignation in a couple of moves, but she continues playing with such a dignity that she thinks that she can even maybe win, yeah? But if I can see the picture clear, she's completely lost. Like no chances, no way, nothing. So she doesn't have any counter attack or whatsoever. So basically dead lost, yeah? Dead lost, okay. But she was like with such a face that she's about to win, yeah? Yeah, blunder. Okay, blunder's coming, and this happens as a part of the game in Blitz, especially when you already left with so few seconds on the clock. I mean, even you can check our games how many blunders we commit, so it's absolutely normal. So far we see only blondes losing their games. So the Valentina is smiling, so probably she's on her positive track in beating everyone. After queen e2 is absolutely one for black. Yeah, that's true. No way. But okay, in the opening she was not doing really well. But I think f4 e5 from Alexander was just a wrong direction of play. After e5 black is okay. So I wonder that my Ari is still remembering my old lines, which I sometimes showing to her with the remark that, okay, you can play it, but please don't often, yeah? The line is not objectively good. Even though, of course, you may try to surprise, and okay, but if you're surprising playing such a line, you need to really prepare and to remember any nuance, otherwise I believe it just makes no sense in playing that. Okay, she was probably not there to enter knight f6 in French, and since she was not really up to date with the latest games and latest this. Oh, Blonde won this round. What? No, really? So Blonde won 4.5 this round. Okay, nice. Nice, because it means that it's only -2 overall. So after first half of the event, okay, -2 is a score which you may come up and try to catch. Of course, let's say -5 or -6 would be much harder to make. So probably sponsors or the representatives are going out. Anyway, thanks a lot for them for the dressing and overall input for making this event possible. And I don't know if it's gonna be some pause now or some break. Let's see. If so, maybe also will ask for a cup of coffee, a cup of tea. It's a very tough affair, of course, to watch every round, and of course so many emotions. Yeah, you see Maria with her group of support. There is her brother, her close friend. So everyone came here except only for the son who is at home. We decided not to take him here to save the nerves of the mom, because it's kind of not that easy to focus on playing if the son is somewhere crushing everyone in chess, including his own father sometimes. Okay, Blondes won this round, so yeah, I guess it should be -2 overall, and it's makes the second half no less interesting than the first. Yeah, so everyone will be focused and will be keep on playing. It's kind of cool. Badelka beat. Badelka is super great. Super great. That's good. It seems that almost everyone left outside, so it may be some break after the first half. If any of you who following the Russian transmission, you may tell me if it's announced that it can be some break or not. Of course, once you see the games played like this and you can follow exactly, and you take the image from the board, you get much more emotion than you just taking some diagram and you basically cannot follow the the moves or played over the board. So of course I prefer to comment it to look like this, but you never know how many events we have left in our life to be seen in that way. Yeah. In other sets of pieces, which is maybe some designers, or maybe some ancient, maybe some famous, I have no idea. So whoever of you are interested to learn more about all these nice pieces and so forth, of course you're welcome to come to Chess Museum, which is also located at the same building as the Central Chess Club. I guess you need to check the opening hours. I'm not sure it works and open every day, but I guess it's at the working days it's normally supposed to be open, maybe at the reasonable time. Yeah, it looks like it's a small break. Okay, I will ask Maria if she maybe can come here, if she's not 100% busy. Surprisingly, this ugly phone isn't died yet. Oh, he's even charging. Wow. He's even charging. I thought everything died here. Okay, good. Just 24 showing something different. Maybe it's some outdated event from previous years. Not sure. Maybe. I'm not basically touching nothing here, so I'm not following the Chess 24. I don't know if they also have some live transmission. If they have, it's good. I really think that the few events which we have live nowadays we have to show them to people everywhere where we can. It's a really rare occasion. We're so tired of this endless online events, this endless online scandals, cheating, you know, reporting and all that, that finally we can come like on a time machine to the gold times of the past, yeah, where we can still enjoy some normal life events with no accusations, no suspicions, no hysteria, and no reports on cheating, I guess, yeah. So who wants to come back to a normal life? Of course, you're welcome to Lichess Arena. You will enjoy lots of cheating as always there. So, or basically any other big event, you can also get the same basically. Yes, it is played in the Central Chess Club, in the Central Chess Club in Moscow, Gogolsky Boulevard 14. So whoever wants still to come enjoy, it's completely free. The entrance is free. I guess you're allowed to see and to come. So if you're not staying in Moscow, you can't be present there. Yes, it's a live event. Yeah. Marie is not yet coming, but it looks like she got the message. Okay. Maybe her team of support has taken her out to the street to get some fresh air, which is obviously much more advisable than to run the stairs to get into the third floor. Yeah, we see lots of stands also. There's lots of pictures from different events, I guess. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be some break. The way they behaving looks like a break. Okay, place definitely deserves so many emotions. So okay, halfway through, it's nice to have a break. Yeah, nice to have a break. And if Marie will come, maybe we can talk to her a bit also. Come to her a bit. It looks like someone is getting up, so it may be her, it may be not. I'm sitting actually in the 64 journals rooms. The 64 journals still exist, and I'm taking one of the rooms which are supposed to be for the magazine, but 2 days probably day off and not so many people are here. Yeah, Maria is saying that she will probably come. Okay, that's nice. Total score, let's check the total score. It's 15-17 after fourth round. Okay, it's +2 for Brunettes. The gap isn't huge, and let's hope that the blondes will fight better on the second half. Valentina is about probably to win all her games, so she's at least will try to do so, but we need the other blondes to also keep pace with Valentina's speed, yeah? Otherwise it's not that easy to come. Few players can't win the match, but if at least 4 starts to run with a decent speed, then we can turn the tables, yeah? Cut the rubbish. Okay, you just pay no attention. Just enjoys. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it looks like still 5-10 minutes break is still on. Aha, so Marie is here actually, guys. We can ask her how she's doing. She's doing probably not so well. You can open the window if you can. So at least to catch some fresh air.
Did you see my game against Kosteniuk?
Of course, it was the only game which was actually shown for us. And I was commenting this game.
And rook d7 before queen f2 was much better because she didn't see the queen f2 at all.
Yeah.
She jumped, then I played.
Okay, doesn't matter, but of course you are not supposed to blunt the piece in one move. In one move, okay. Gunina and Kosteniuk 4 out of 4. We have Ali who knows everything here. It's kind of great because otherwise I'm not getting any results, but he's making me possible to follow. All information provided, like each round, who won, who lost, and sort of it. Yeah. Okay, so you, how many points?
Only one.
1 point. Okay, 1 point.
I started 1 of 1 and now 1 of 4.
1 out of 1 and now 1 out of 4. Okay, good. Yeah, 3 plus 2 time control. And how much is the break?
15 minutes.
15 minutes, guy, is a break. So, and then the second.
5 and 55.
Okay, then the second part of this event starts. Also, it was a question apart from the money prizes. They have some special prizes, no?
Yes.
Which one?
3 dresses. 3 dresses.
3 dresses as a gifts for the players, yeah?
Yes, first and second places in winning team and the first place in second team.
So each of these players will be provided with a nice dress, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Something else?
Some gifts by ID chess.
Some gifts by ID chess, okay.
And also Moscow.
It's a new environment how to cheat, or maybe something else. What is provided by ID chess?
Something like this.
Something like this, yeah. For the fastest cheating online, yeah. Okay, that's also useful, especially in terms of the last events and last accusation. Okay.
Andrissima, how do you feel?
And Andrissima, good day, Maria. How do you feel? Okay, she's feeling great, guys. Don't be afraid. She's doing great.
I think that the event is doing well, but my play is not so good.
Charochkina with 3 out of 4. Badelka and Shuvalova with 2.5. Okay, good. Good. Okay.
Now chess museum is open, so goes to the museum.
Guys are not responding to my Murtaz Kashgaleev is here. Of course, the famous streamer is also there. Okay, he will probably also report and maybe do some nice video on his channel. Shachmat Rock and Roll, or what is the name of his channel? I exactly forgot. Okay, nice to see him here, of course. And by the way, I was also wondering, do we have any VIP guests for this event or not?
Our sponsors.
Our sponsors.
Yes.
Okay. And just some VIP guests, maybe some, I don't know, famous people, I don't know, some from the...
Not actually.
Some...
Ramonchik comes.
Okay. Ramonchik is a famous, yes, but with a limited group of people. Okay, I see. Okay, nice. So, and
Shalom, David.
And you have some restroom where you can eat, maybe to drink something.
Yes, we have coffee, tea, and some sweets.
Okay. So actually, they have a restroom, guys, because you was asking me. Yes, I have a restroom. Yeah, where they can rest, where they can take some snacks, take some drinks, coffee, tea, water, maybe juices or whatever. So it's possible. It's also provided by whom? By the Central Chess Club?
Yes, by Russian Chess Federation.
Russian Chess Federation. Okay. Actually, the conditions are really nice and really full. So basically, whatever you want, whatever you wish, it's given for the players.
Who is the best player of Gunina or not?
So far, Kosteniuk and Gunina, 2 players, 4 out of 4. Charochkina 3.5, the rest has less. So okay, Potemkin is also there. Probably he's recording, yeah. So
yes,
he will make his own special videos with certain games.
Max
Notkin,
chief editor of 64.
She's a chief editor of 64 journal. Also saw him here. He was passing by. He waved me, but I was still talking to you. I couldn't really respond.
Wait, 2 minutes before start, so I
2 minutes before the start.
Water for you, maybe?
Maybe I don't need the water, but okay,
maybe
thanks
tea?
anyway for your coming.
Okay.
Play well. Okay. Magnus just commented. Okay, Magnus commented where, guys? Where you can pick up, where in which source of you can pick up the Magnus comments that he wants to play as blondes. He has to play in Underhill's team. He's a typical Underhiller, I think. And he belongs to the team, so don't shut me if I'm wrong, so yeah, okay. Yeah, it's also important to have fun. I completely agree with you. Sometimes player tends to take it too seriously. Yeah, you see some facial expressions like, okay, it's like some very important game, but of course it's mostly pure fun. Okay, but chess players, we're all like that. Yeah, we cannot just relax and to have fun. We so much dependent on the result of the game that sometimes we forget that people will have the time not only by our result, but just the way we're playing and just by the way we taking the game itself. A couple of minutes before the start, or maybe Marie just rushed a bit too early. Anyways, probably she can rest a bit, take her time, drink maybe a cup of coffee, which she likes to do. A ninja appears in the chess hall. Of course, it's a joke, but anyway, she looks really a bit of a ninja. If she would have a sword on her back, she would be a typical ninja. Just imagine a sword behind her, which she can use like that, like in the films. Then I'll be really scared to go to the second floor, even though I was even taught how to use and how to make something with the swords, but it was a long time ago. Murtas is there, of course, very famous, very strong gem, who recently started his own YouTube channel, which I really like to follow, and to sometimes I'm watching his videos. He has a special content which basically what I normally likes to get from the channels is some unique and some special content, not just some everyday stuff which you can basically take up from different sites. Okay, so the break is over, players are ready, so I guess the fifth round is about to start. Maria plays against Baira Kovanova, Alexandra Maltsevskaya against Alexandra Kosteniuk. I don't know which game will be follow closely, and it looks like Charochkina with c6, knight f6, f6 already on that board, but somehow the crew wants to show us the overall view, but instead not the one board. Okay, so we will probably follow that game. So Caro with knight f6, f6 is a very trendy line. Okay, knight f6, I had no idea what goes on. Shall white be tempted to break the structure completely or just ignore and play in a normal fashion? Okay, knight comes to c7, and then it's sort of well placed, at least relatively flexible. Yeah, queen goes to c2. Now it's a question, and typical h5 run. Yeah, that's a new tendency in this variation. Just run for this run, just run this h4 pawn and be happy about that run. Blondes are trailing by 2 points, so brunettes are leading 17 to 15. And king f8, wow, to me that's a new concept. Normally black is just playing castle rook 8, trying to get the rook quick into the play. h3 is a little bit mysterious, but probably not bad. Alexandra keeps option for castling both sides. Of course, I'm always tempted to castle along seeing h5 as some kind of play from black. With knight on c7, queen is not jumping to f5, and b5 is not so fast from black. I would be mostly tempted to castle along and then starts to play on the king side. But of course, it's me, and nobody knows what is good and what is best here. a3, so h3, a3, a typical Anatoly Yevgenyevich. Like, forget it's Alexandra, this is Anatoly Yevgenyevich, just here. Typical his play, just make some prophylactic moves and wait until black will commit some more decision, and then white will see which side to castle, or maybe he can simply play with a c4 and play with her extra pawn on the center, forgetting about any aggressive ideas in using h5 pawn. Hello, Boston is watching. Okay, that's kind of cool, guys. Okay, that's great. Of course, our greetings to Boston. Queen c7. It's probably with an idea to meet c4 with knight f4 and trading some pieces. Anyway, the perspectives of the knight on d5 is quite murky for me, so if we can swap some pieces, I guess it's not a bad idea. Alexandra may anticipate this idea of trading that much. g3 looks a bit of overplay, and the rest, if she doesn't want for c4 push, he may decide which side finally he wants to castle. Even e3 does not contribute to the wish of castling alone, it may be still a possible decision. Of course, castle shot looks more calm. Okay, and basically, I don't know what black is supposed to do with rook on h8. She wants to go g6, king g7, probably one day, yeah? Just to connect the rooks and keep the game in the positional course. c4, knight e4, c5 can be, but then knight d3 check, yeah? Then knight d3, bishop goes back, and it's probably not so dangerous. Okay, knight d3, of course, is possible. Yeah, if any stupid guys comes to make comments about my commentaries in English, okay, you're free, of course, to show your stupidity, as I told you. But better to take my advice and just to go to the Russian speaking channel and to provide your knowledge there, let's see. Okay, so c4 played. So they trading most probably a couple of minor pieces, and black still needs to be careful because her rooks are not yet connected. Okay, trading to avoid bishop c3, that's logical. Okay, rook d2. And what's now? Maybe rook d8. Okay, why not? Bishop f5. More pieces to be traded. Another tendency in the modern world, if you don't know what to do, just trade pieces, yeah? Trading, okay. Still blacks need to be slightly more cautious because, okay, king is a little bit more unsafe than whites. d5. Why such a big rush? Okay, maybe otherwise rook d7 doubling or queen d5. Okay, that's sort of it. Yeah? Alexandra has much more time on the clocks comparing to her opponent. Okay, both Alexandra, so okay, I would say black has much more time on the clocks remaining, but she has to be slightly more careful. Her king is potentially more exposed, and white has some queen between nasty ideas in the future. Alexandra Maltsevskaya is a dangerous player. I played her quite a lot of times, and even though my score overall looks pretty attractive, in a couple of games I was having tough times against her. She's a really player who can surprise anyone. In this game she plays a calm and nice positional game so far. Alexandra is thinking her choice is not yet clear. If she trades everything, she needs to defend inferior position with the exposed king, which is in blitz. I doubt you wish to do so. There is no any easy move, yeah, like queen e5 you cannot trade d6, comes with check. So probably she's forced to make some concession, probably she's forced to take at least on d5 once, maybe twice, and then so you see she caught on time with her and she really goes for the trades, and now what? Maybe to wait. But then it's still okay, still black is on to defensive, yeah, so she trades twice. Okay, of course he should have played this probably at least 1 minute faster than she did it actually. Check here. I don't know, maybe queen b3 was also the move for white, just to put some more ideas. I think instead of rook d7, queen b3 was a little bit nasty for black, yeah? Okay, king g6 maybe, yeah, still okay, but then this pawn h5 is also weak, yeah? There's also a queen d4 centralization. What about queen b3 and some invasion to b7? It exists? To f7, sorry. Rook b5. Wow, what's the idea? Okay, she wants to control the d5 square. Okay, in case of the check, he goes king e2 and no check on d5, yeah? She is a pawn up and probably happy about the case. Okay, Alexandra needs to hurry up. Okay, but if the check, Alexandra, the check is unpleasant. He needs to go to some scary position. Queen f7 here, no? Queen f7. Okay, she doesn't want to check any possible checks from black. Queen c4. Okay, the endgame is probably lost for black, but it's hard to show the precise place, yeah, on the given time. At the same time, it's not so easy to display that with black correctly, yeah. So who will blunder first, basically? Queen e5, queen. Oof! Trading of queens. No, she missed it. No, a big blunder by Alexandra. Okay, still it was, of course, very unpleasant to defend. But of course, trading queens wasn't really necessary for black. Okay, Olga Girya against Daria Voit. We see very tension face. Olga, move, Olga. Ooh, she lost. Oh, she lost it. Being okay, but maybe she had a bad position anyway. Probably, yeah. The opponent was queening. Maybe she was not on time, but still it was okay. Alina Bivol against Elmira Mirzoeva. They're playing with a very little time left. Bishop somewhere, please move. King takes c2. Okay, it's closer to the draw. Oh, but the king is completely desperate. No. But why she no to c7? Maybe to go no. Maybe to c7 to keep. Not to keep your king cut it. Now white is probably technically winning, but it's a long job to do. c5 I don't like that much because okay, probably I would run with the king and keep the bishop on the protected position. But Elmira actually knows what she's doing. So the other position becomes completely unclear. Because c-pawn starts to run, yeah? Alina running, but black is also running. Pawn reaches c2 so quickly, yeah? Like running. Rook e2 is a little bit deep. I don't understand basically the point. Because g-pawn runs. Probably Elmira was slightly scared. Okay, rook g2 was just an easy draw at some point with black. Just to trade the rook and then king comes to d2. Now I don't know because take the pawn. Ah, the pawn was protected. She cannot take the pawn. Okay, like this is also close to the draw. Even though it's hard to say. Move somewhere. Okay, bishop moving. King d2. No, king b2. Aha, okay. Maybe she wants to stop rook e3, yeah? Rook d2. Now she's simply waiting. She's taking, but she can queen or not? Ah, rook d1 she can go, yeah? She can't queen, but she can go rook d1. And now it's... but why not king c3? No, now black is lost, yeah? The king is cutted and white just comes with the queen, with the king, yeah? Yeah, king c3 was probably... I don't know if it's draw or not, we need to check. It's loss of checks. If the king would run away, then okay, it's of course... Badelka lost to Charochkina, Maria lost to Kovanova, Tomilova lost 1 against Guseva, Kovalevskaya 1 against Shuvalova. Okay, so it's still a little bit for blondes, yeah? If Alina will win that game, then probably... Oof, the mate in 1, the mate in 2. The mate is... This move is not possible, rook e1 mate, yeah, okay. So maybe rook d3 was some chance, but still, of course, objectively lost for black. So if all the results are correct, I guess blondes won the second round with a nice score. Okay, maybe +1 or +2. It's not yet clear. Maria is not doing yet great. She's losing so far. And okay, but it's a tough event. The girls are fast, and it's not that easy to be an organizer, the player, and you know to contribute in every field in that event. Yeah, white won a very bloody endgame with so many turns, you know, coming backs and losing a sort of it. Blondes beat 5-3. 5-3. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it means the score is equal. The score is equal and 3 rounds to go. Very, very tough finish we can expect. Valentina beat Paramzina. So Valentina is so far unstoppable with 5 out of 5. She has all chances to show the absolute best result of all teams. Okay, Charochkina is probably second close with half a point loss. They're probably gonna play each other one game soon, and also I don't remember Valentina playing against Alexandra, so probably these are very important and crucial games for overall standings. If Valentina can beat any of both of them, then Blondes has reasonable chances in the final games. Olga Badelka on the screen as she's coming. Some visitors came. Okay, it's nice. It says that people can still come and enjoy some live events. We're still not completely zombie who are only wishing to see online events and online chess. Still there are some mastodons of the past who is requiring some live events, and we can still come and enjoy chess like it was like a couple of years ago. We still remember that the pastime existed, yeah, so not only this endless online pleasures which are no more pleasures anymore, yeah. Total score is 20-20 at the 5th round. Okay, Master Leon, thanks a lot for your contribution. So at least I can get the score and I can follow the match knowing the scores. It's more easy. So the 6th round, I guess, will start soon. We don't expect any more long breaks. I guess schedule is by the schedule. I guess the event should finish around 7 o'clock. Okay, maybe slightly later due to the opening ceremony, which normally takes more time than you can expect. I don't know if they put any screens for the public. Probably not. They probably have only live transmission for for the internet community, and maybe if someone is presented live, he can get the results in some other way. Okay. I think before they even played with more players, if my memory not mislead me, because it was maybe 10-10 in each team, or they played in the other format, or maybe it was always like that. So somehow I paid not enough attention before days in that events, and I was not commenting, or I think I wasn't never presented even there. So even though of course Maria was inviting me every time, every year, but I was kind of saying, okay, it's sort of it. Pretending first I was professional, second was pretending I'm no longer professional, so I was finding some local excuses. But this year everything changed. Yeah, you see me here, I'm also there, and doing the comments even on the English language. Boris Dolmatovsky talking to Ilyar Muhamedov. Probably they know what to discuss, and nobody's playing the piano. And TV crew is also probably taking a coffee break, yeah? Okay, I guess it's time to start, yeah? Yeah, I think it's time to start. Enough of this rest. We want to see more shows, more actions. Please. So Maria is taking her seat, whom she has to play this time. We'll see soon. Alina Bivol is also taking her place. So okay, Blondes, let's go. Let's go. We need to even the scores. Oh, she plays Elmira Mirzoeva. Elmira Mirzoeva, very tough matchup for her. Okay, so yeah, see. Never smiling Daria Voit, or maybe I'm missing every time the way she's smiling. It looks like she never smiles. She's in constant meditation mode. Dangerous player, and probably a gifted one. At least I felt quite tough to play against her. Oh no, she can smile. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I take my words back. Yeah. Somebody takes a seat on the piano, but she's not making any sound. Okay, the game just started. Okay, let's see which one we Valentina against Charochkina. Oh, of course. The leaders of both teams are playing against each other. Yeah, of course, we should see that very close. Valentina so far is with a nice hair made and basically winning so far all games. If she comes in that way for Title Tuesday stream. Yeah, probably it's died, yeah? Okay. It simply died. Okay. I don't know how to make it, how it works. It's making how it works. Chat is also not here. Yeah, don't know how it makes the chat. I can't open, basically I don't see it where is this. No idea if I'm still in the channel or not. Okay, we'll write to Marie, maybe she will come after that game to check because it's probably not working well. Okay. At least 5 rounds without a mistake, it was already a big gift. Okay. Let's take it for granted that it was already possible to make 2 hours of video without any break, let's say. You have a typical slap with the pawn a little bit stranded on f4. Yeah, probably Valentina knows what she's doing. To my understanding, it looks a bit dangerous, her concept of play. The f5 looks tempting with knight d5, e4 idea. And okay, she sits like some monk from some Asian monastery, yeah, like okay, like nothing happens, yeah. Okay, play whatever you want, I still will find some respawn, yeah. Daria is way too focused, but she needs to a little bit speed up. She has basically, she has a good position to play. Okay, 5 looks okay. Knight d5. Probably e4, knight b4. Yeah. Okay, white can push s6, which really is a mistake. To see how black will play. Maybe she's scared f takes, queen d6. Yeah. A typical play from Valentina. Okay, she keeps position closed. Okay, queen d4, of course. Queen d4, of course. Knight e2. Knight e2. Okay, this is at least playable for black, yeah. White has lost the central pawn, which is a big price for being safe, yeah. Trade on f4. Okay, now Valentina has basically a good game. The bishop on b1, rook on a1 does not have a great potential in that type of play. Queen f4 looks okay. But maybe it's not that bad either for white. Knight g3. So knight f5 sometimes, yeah. And sometimes with idea knight f5. Maybe rook can come from a3. So maybe Daria is planning set scenario. Rook comes to a3, knight comes to f5, and then we start some crushing attack, yeah. Just a crushing attack. Valentina immediately says, okay, show me your attack, yeah. I take on b2. And you show me your attack, yeah? Okay, rook comes to f4. Okay. Very tense position, actually. With the queen on b2, probably it's hard to get some real rest, because knight g7 or queen g5 is probably not working both of it so effectively. But overall, it looks horrible for black. I mean, it looks very dangerous. I don't know, maybe e5. Okay, what would be? Maybe queen g somewhere. Looks so many options for white, yeah? I'd be tempted to use some of them. e5, maybe knight somewhere, yeah? Maybe knight d5. Maybe knight d5 now, yeah? And then if queen goes, queen e5. Knight h6, king f8, probably it's okay, yeah? Yeah, like this, knight h6. some big combinational play begins. Okay, probably black needs to take. Queen h6. Ah, he just wants to hit the f7 pawn. And if knight f8, then check on h7 and rook g4 mate. Ooh, that's dangerous. Valentina allowed a lot of dangerous threats, and she is about to get mated. Maybe f5 and rook e7. I think it's possible. F5 takes rook e7. Horrible, looks very horrible for black, but I don't see exact mate so far. Because okay, if knight f8 loses, then what else? Yeah, knight takes c5. I don't believe it should be mated. No, but then bishop h7. This is just game over. Because okay, bishop h7, king h8, but I don't believe black can play this way. You know, this should be lost. So Daria, of course, is all like this. No, it's a bad way. f5 looks horrible, but maybe black was holding, yeah. And rook g4 and bishop g6. No, this is just an easy game over, yeah. It's just a mate because okay, it's nothing to complain. It's just a mate. You know, doesn't look so happy, but sometimes okay, it's mating too, yeah. Queen g6 and queen g7 mate, or queen g7 mate. Okay, it can be possible mate in 3. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, but okay, what to do? What to do? I'm commenting in case I'm online. I have no idea. The video is not showing that I'm online or offline. I have no idea really. Elena Tomilova against Alexandra Kosteniuk. We see some rook endgame, and it looks like what goes on. Looks quite bad for black, yeah, because okay, what not only having an extra pawn, but the king is cut on g7, yeah, which is quite unpleasant. Would just take on c5. Ah no, but then it's maybe the king is cut already completely, yeah. It can be lost, yeah, it can be lost for black. Just push the pawn and then try f4, f5, yeah. One day it's gonna work probably. Well, that looks probably lost here. Okay, the passive strategy should not be effective, but the active strategy probably doesn't exist, yeah. So the king is coming, king b4, d4, maybe king c4. Yeah, king b5, okay, maybe. Okay, anyway, there will be checks to follow. Still probably king c5, okay, d3. Okay, rook d7, she must put the rook behind. And then to protect the a pawn with the king, yeah? Just to go king b6 probably. Because f7, d2, yeah? But still king b6, yeah? Still white can probably win in that way too. Alexandra hesitating, has some choice to go. Maybe king b6 is actually safer. Not to allow pawn go to d2 for black. Yes, black will probably keep on checking. And king c7, check probably, yeah. King b7, check. And king where to go? King c8. So finally she tries to find safer ground, yeah. More checks to come. Yeah, she probably needs to do like this. s7, yes, it looks winning. Because after s7, she needs to spend the tempo in defense and just go back with the king. And just go back. And now white wins because okay, she just has to check and it's over. And just okay, check and put the queen here. The pawn is still on d3, so it's not yet a queen. Okay, I see. So Alexander also wins the game, so it looks like brunettes are destroying. Yeah? Valentina lost, Elena lost. Okay, few more losses then. Okay, the 6th round obviously went completely wrong. Not only our transmission, but also the chess-wise, it also went completely wrong. Video is probably, the round is probably finished. I had no chat, I have nothing, so I have no idea if I'm even in there. So if Maria will come, she may probably save the day. If not, then we need to complain about the technology. Yeah, technology stops us from enjoying chess. Maria is not getting any response. It's kind of bad.
Ну, я что-то не могу понять, почему студио не работает.
А там все паковка, как на просто пункции, и все вообще паковка. Там полностью все просто прилетело.
Угу. Висит. Все висит тут у нас.
Может, интернет пропал? Ну, вроде картинка, правда, шла. что, это все, да?
Ну, вероятно, что да. Да и
То есть на 5 туров нас хватило, да? Хватило?
так, секунду. Возможно, мы сейчас...
Нет, здесь все
А я вижу все.
Да?
Да.
Отлично.
А нам кажется, что все накрылось после.
Так, туда-сюда никуда не надо лезть, тут все работает, эфир идет. Да. Вот, пожалуйста, эфир. Вот.
Что, все сюда идет?
Да, все, вот все, что вы сейчас делаете, все идет.
Дождемся 7-го тура. Первый стол Ольга Girya Дарья, второй Gunina Valentina Guseva Marina.
Убежал уже, да?
Badelka Elena
Тебе даже приветствует брата Мария. Hello.
Александра Малtsevskaya, шестой Fominykh Мария Shuvalova Polina, седьмой wiil Alina Bivol Daria, восьмой
Вот,
Kovalevskaya
все
Elmira,
хорошо.
Baira Anastasia.
Да, уже там садятся. Я пошла.
Давай. Ты хочешь в футбол играть, да?
Да, конечно, хочу в футбол играть, но тут...
Вот сейчас как матч закончим, пойдем в футбол.
Не вопрос.
Еще пару туров, да. Okay, it seems I'm back. Thanks to enormous efforts of my friends and Mari especially. The seventh round is about to start. I have no idea what goes on. Because suddenly the screen just died. Okay, now it seems to be back. Even I'm not touching nothing, it's still dying. So don't ask me why. Olga Badelka is playing Alexandra Kosteniuk. Okay, it's probably an important game. So another team match, mask against no mask. Okay. Marie will be late. Okay, no problem. I guess they can wait for her a couple of seconds. It's only to get one fall down, so it's not that bad. Total score is 27-21 for Brunettes. No, it was complete disaster the previous round. The score was equal, but then they lost 7-1, yeah? So it was a huge loss, 7-1, which is, okay, sometimes it happened, but looks like with 2 rounds to go, most likely Brunettes gonna take it, yeah? Brunettes gonna take it. Hard to imagine that with 2 rounds to go, Blondes can come with +7 score. That's exactly how much they need to take the revenge and to win the match. Okay, so far we see a typical Reti with white only assists the pawn on d3 but not on e3, which is much more a common case if white wants to do something. Yes, 7-1, it's a disaster, just disaster. Okay, and d4. Okay, so Badelka just plays with black. Yes, okay, Alexandra white, Badelka black. Okay, the blonde decided to be black, and black is now actually white. So, a typical modern world, yeah? A typical situation in the modern world when everything is vice versa. Whatever you're knowing, whatever people suggesting is quite often vice versa. Trading, it's a normal trend. Okay, 93 just swap everything, just destroy everything, yeah? Or knight d2. Let's pretend. No, let's pretend. Okay, knight d2. White is probably not aiming to win that game, at least straight away. It's probably he just wants to get out with her pieces and just to play a game. Okay, maybe rook c1. That's important not to get any knight c3 coming late after bishop f6. Black can trade the bishops. So to make sure that the knight will not land on c3 unexpectedly. Kosteniuk, aggressive player. Okay, I can't say that she plays aggressive. She plays a reasonable chance. I mean, given a chance, she may go forward, but otherwise she just plays accordingly. Bishop trade, rook trade, or a3. Maybe a3 white can try. Yeah? If takes, knight d5, rook d1. Then maybe knight c4. Pretend that white can slightly play with e4 idea. No, she trades immediately, and knight goes to c4. Okay. Not really ambitious overall play from white, but at least position looks pretty safe. Yeah, b5, kind of logical. Immediately to ask what you want. Okay, if knight goes back, I don't see any good squares. Knight on c6 is not really a problem knight for black. Okay, maybe knight e5 and continue this swapping pieces strategy. It may lead you to the draw in the end. But basically I don't see any aggressive ideas from white. It looks like Olga wants to play, but she doesn't know how, yeah? Knight e3 I don't like that much, frankly speaking. Okay, she keeps the pieces, but I simply don't believe that knight on e3 is so useful, yeah? Because he's not going to any dangerous squares, and Alexandra immediately wants to play, yeah? She's refraining from trading queens and wants to keep all the remaining pieces on the board. So at least we have a very good bishop on b2 now, and probably Olga needs to make a use of it, yeah? Okay, queen a1 exactly, then probably f6, yeah? Queen d3 makes sense. She wants probably to go queen e4 and then to transfer him to g4. In that aspect, at least she activated her queen. Black may go knight d4 if I'm not blundering any fork, any jump from white knight. White may actually quickly reply rook d1 in the Nakamura style with some ugly facial expression. To force black to calculate, and Alexandra notices this move rook d1. I see her. She starts to anticipate what will happen. After actually rook d1 wasn't really easy to understand what goes on, because okay, if bishop f6, then at least we can trade on our terms, yeah, or just go king f1 with the pace, and this pin can be a problem potentially for black than for white. Okay, this is not really ambitious play from white. Now black, I think, slightly better, since bishop looks more useful than the knight on e3. And now I see the chart. Yes, now I see the chart. Yeah, thanks to Maria, she's a magician. Once she touches her own computer, everything comes back. I'm trying not to do nothing. I'm trying not to touch, even not to breathe on the computer. It's like I have a balloons behind my back, and I'm trying to breathe out from them. So, but anyway, sometimes all the system shuts down. Computer doesn't like me that much. Maybe bishop c5, yeah, bishop c5 to play for domination, yeah. Yes, takes and what, knight d1 now, or just to go for the queen endgame with the double pawns. Knight d1, but then white is passive, yeah. It's hard to break. White has no basically weaknesses, just a bit passive, yeah. e3. Okay. Knight b2, knight d3 was also probably an option to refrain from any pawn moves and just to put your knight on the safe position, just to wait. Okay, now still knight b2, just knight d3 is no longer as safe as been. Okay, still knight d3 probably. Okay, queen e4 she may dislike, but then okay, maybe h4 and king goes to e2 maybe. h4 looks okay, because black can go g5 herself to fix the potential weakness on h2. And maybe also to stop knight coming to f4. It's knight e1, wow. So like that, yeah? And goes back, yeah? Where to? d3, f3, d3, okay. Olga is a player who knows how to stand, basically, yeah? So she doesn't mind to go back and forward. Okay, Alexander tries to play for the win, but it's really not easy, yeah? Black's win is more active, but the rest of the pieces are not such a big difference. Okay. King f1, king e2 would come to my mind as an option. Knight e4 probably also exists. Queen d6. Okay, queen d3 to follow this trend. Okay, king f1 now, yeah. King e2 probably, yeah. f4. Okay, f4. But I don't see the rush why she needed to play f4 right immediately like this. Knight e1 still. I'm not sure that f5 is contributing to black. Okay, the pawn is potentially not taking a good square. White is actually really solid. It's really solid. Okay, Alexandra may overpush if you continue playing like this. I may start to like white's position actually even more so from a certain moment. Okay, maybe not so much risk, but just I don't see the point of this. f5 is potentially strange, and e5 can be also a weakness from now on. The time is running. Queen e4 back. Knight a1. That's a famous maneuver from white. Okay, if white can get knight to c4, maybe it actually can be good. I was wondering if she would play knight b2, maybe the knight c, just to get the knight to c4. Basically, white need knight to d2 or to c4. If let's say now black returns, I would go knight f3. No, white knight to d2. Knight f3 goes, and knight d2. Knight on d2 stands well, I mean, so you can basically, you're still completely safe, but knight on c4 is potentially not really pleasant for black. Okay, Alexandra, she has less time, so she's actually happy to make a draw. Yes, so Brunettes again beating, yeah, Shuvalova won, Kovanova won. Yeah. Disastrous finish for blondes. Once I announced that it's an equal score and now the tough finish comes, immediately we see completely the opposite picture. Alexandra plays against Elmira. Very tough endgame, but the queen is lost. Oh no, queen is not lost. Queen has lots of squares how to go. 5 seconds against 7 seconds. Nobody knows. Maybe checks. Elmira needs to play. Elmira needs to play, but she's not moving. She's frozen. She is frozen. Everything is frozen. The picture is frozen. I'm frozen probably. Ah no, it was just a frozen picture. Okay, knight e3. One. Okay. Knight e5. Knight e6. Nobody. Oh, check. Oof. Check is coming. Check is coming. Yes, and now white wins, yeah. Now white wins. Yeah, unfortunately turned for her. No. Knight cannot go. He is pinned. A bit mysterious. Queen e5. Okay, maybe just to bring king to b2 and to take the rook. It's possible also to go like that. Okay. Knight e3, but now everything wins, yeah? Just a queening. Just queening. I think white has too many queens, yeah? The rook is a powerful piece, but white has too many pieces. Gunina beat Guseva, Kovalevskaya, Paramzina draw, of course. Of course, Girya beat Charochkina. Haha, at least some consolations for blondes, yeah? So at least they will lose, but not with a devastating score, yeah? So obviously they're gonna lose most probably, but not with a huge gap, yeah? Okay, so final round. Okay, if blondes wins, it will be some amount of pleasure, but most likely it will not affect the overall score because 7-1 it's really one round turned and decided the whole event, yeah? Yes, 7-1 win, it was already too much for the blondes. I mean, yeah, and Valentina is okay. She probably lost one game, so she must have 6 out of 7. Yeah. Voit beat Bivol. Yeah, not so many great news for blondes. Okay, brunettes are better. What we can say. Not evolutionally better, but in this concrete chess event, they simply played probably a better chess so far, and deservedly looks like they're winning the event. And okay, only chances that individually, maybe Valentina, if she wins her last game, she'll probably take the first prize in overall competition for both teams. Yes, completely score is -7, yeah, -7 coming for the final round. Okay, of course 7.5 to half a point is gonna be a draw, but I doubt it's gonna went this way, yeah? Doubt it's went this way. Anyway, the final the top 3 scorers will get not only the money prizes but also nice dressing from the sponsors. Anyway, we can expect more, maybe additional gifts from maybe Russian Chess Federation or some other sponsors. So let's see and wait till the end. So every game counts. It's too early to start feeling as a winner, I mean, for every player. So let's see if until the end, but looks like, yeah, Brunettes the last years normally are showing a better results, so maybe we should, you know, change the color for certain of Brunettes. They're getting too strong, yeah? It's a little bit too hot. Or maybe it should be some strong blondes who may come from the other countries. Anyway, as you can see, not so many visitors inside the playing hall, also not so many visitors inside the hall in general. Still people are not attending this, even though I think it's really very fun to be present there, very fun to watch. If we not support such events, I don't know how really we will try to come back to so-called a normal life which we used to have before. Maybe everybody understood that we'll probably never get back then, so okay, in this aspect probably it's quite smart to avoid doing so, but otherwise I think it's kind of nice to remind yourself that a normal life still exists, at least from time to time. Okay, of course we do hope that the candidates will take place. It will not be postponed or stopped this time, even though all the major events in Europe has been postponed. In Norway they postponed, in Sweden they postponed, in the other countries they simply cancelled, but of course candidates again stand aside. It doesn't matter what happens in Europe. In Russia we have everything fine, yeah. Very reminds me the picture of the last year when it was exactly the same. Every tournament were stopping, closing and sort of it, but the candidates was on. So hopefully it will not repeat the last year scenario, but at least we had half of the decent made anyway, yeah. So even if some restriction would come again, still we just need seven rounds to finish this. The most strange candidates tournament ever played in the chess history. Ari is talking to Tatiana Bogumil. She's world champion under her age. I mean, we women world champion under her age, and she's also a constant student in my live classes. Unfortunately, I no longer have any more club open these days, so if I'll have a chance, of course I'll try to do it one more time, and probably she will be coming again. I always love to see her present. Maltsevskaya, Mirzoeva, draw. What? How? No, I guess White won. No, it was just probably a wrong result, because we've seen that Elmira resigned being 2 queens down and no flag fall. Marie may be upset with her overall result, but as I told you, it's not so easy to combine the qualities of organizer and qualities of the player. One needs to focus on the one thing, and okay, she tries to do both. And also she's a main technician for our the transmission here. It's like combining 3 in 1. It's of course it's tough. So of course we will try to cheer up her later. Probably will go to some nice place all together. And also we have a cinema contest later this day. We will vote and cheer for Ilya's Levitov team in the cinema competition. His film about Amsterdam tournament, which he held, I guess, back in 2019 or 18. Always confusing that year. So it will be on some films competition. Okay, so the final round is about to start. It will hardly change here. Okay, Valentina plays Alexandra. Of course, we can wish to watch that game. This can be probably a nice one. So far we see just an overall view of different players, but I guess Valentina versus Alexandra should be a fair choice. Both players are scoring well for their teams, and Valentina is trying to get the absolutely best result. So how we see, yeah, we get back to the board. Get back to the board. Some ready, I guess, from white, which transpose to other positions. Okay, black looks quite fine. I mean, I think white plays a bit slow. H3 with d4, I don't like that all for white because black gets basically an easy game. White may go with e4, just trying to keep it simple. Knight b3 is a bit more ambitious play from white, but then I don't know how basically to activate the bishops. Yeah, black has very easy game, easy moves, and okay, if white is not proceeding with any c4 e4 ideas, then okay, hardly white can fight for anything. Just white can get an easy game. I mean, before knight b3, she could go e4. Okay, that's maybe that's a man's move. Yeah, so just to swap everything and agree that maybe my opening wasn't a success. Yeah, f4, f5. Okay, maybe bishop f4. Okay, just any move is good probably. Yeah, just rook 8. I don't know, just any reasonable move. Knight c4. Also, why not? Attacking the pawn and taking a tempo. Yeah. Okay, but probably defend the pawns and go with some queen d2. Still looking for some exchanges probably, yeah? Yeah. Valentina 6 out of 7. If she wins, she shows absolutely best result. If she loses, she may be second best because Daria Charochkina, I think she lost only 1.5 points. And she can also has chances to win her final round. Blondes against brunettes, guys, I mean, it will never take place. I guess it's simply stupid by as a name and the nature, but Underhills alpha against alpha machos, that's a great naming, and that's a great challenge for both teams, and that's what we are trying to organize now. If we find a sponsor, if we find a way how it's possible to make it work, then of course it's going to be a new step forward. If not, then okay, it will die just as any other good ideas, which are quite normal case in nowadays life. c3, so it's like white is strengthening, black just enjoys a nice position of all pieces. Of course, okay, rook e7, rook e8 possible to double, rook d8 is also okay. White is solid, no basic weaknesses, but just a little bit passive, and black enjoys a really great position for the all pieces. And also Alexandra is already behind on clocks for more than 1 minute, so he should be more attentive in that aspect. 92 looks a bit suspicious to me, but probably it was not tactic. They both see it. It looks a bit scary for white to put pieces like this, but okay, probably it was okay. Just I'm old and I'm scared of everything. It can be also the case. Takes d4. Okay, it's a clear advantage for black now. It seems queen b3 is good actually. Queen b3 is good. Then no, queen b3 I missed. Queen b3 I missed, and it's maybe not so clear. Yeah, because it's kind of unpleasant move to face. Okay, cd bishop d4, obviously black has huge, almost decisive advantage, but now queen b3. Yeah, Valentina takes her time. She doesn't have a good response basically. Like whatever she does, makes some concessions, which he obviously doesn't like to make. Rook e2, just take on b6, take on b7. It's not really clear if black has some real threats. c5 you may go, but then of course it's not the first move you want to make in such a position. Maybe she's sort of forced to go that way, but not really desirable option. Bishop c5 to keep pieces possible, but okay, then of course white has some chances, yeah. Even take on d4, take on a5, so white has just more options. Yeah, bishop takes a5. So basically black lost pawn for nothing. White made a useful queen b3 move. Now the tables turned, yeah, so now Valentina needs to defend. Okay, she has reasonable chances to hold, but of course white is on the upper side. It's, and also Also the time is equal, but the initiative and basically advantage went to the white side. Okay, white has double extra pawn, which is hard to convert. Rook e2. Okay, that's sort of logical. Don't see any big threat so far for white. Maybe rook a to d1. No? Yeah, why not? Looks like everything defended. The pin is quite annoying, so why not to use it? Okay, if black plays c5, there is some queen b5. Maybe sometimes. Yeah, but rook d2 is 7, and then white may try to win some pawns if given a chance, yeah? I mean, this d4 pawn, yeah, it can be weak now. No, it's some queen d5 or maybe b4 to go. Ah, rook 7 to e3. Okay, then queen d5 still, yeah? I'm not losing even queen b7 I can take. So basically not so many threats from white, from black. So white may try to keep some pawns, yeah? I think Valentina, she doesn't have a rating, she has a name, which is much more important. Apart from having a interesting style in chess, she has a name, that's enough. When people are saying me, what's your rating now more, I'm normally replying, I have a name. And I don't know what is my rating now. So if you don't think I have a name, okay, then we can argue about that, but I believe I have some name in chess, and that's enough. So if you made your name in chess, then it's relatively unimportant what is your present L. B2, d4, yeah, pretty unpleasant for black. It's pawn down, and the king on h7 is also exposed. Yeah, it can be some tactical ideas. You might invade with the rook on the 8th rank. It can be potentially dangerous. Rook f4 is kind of annoying because black needs to see how to protect all the pieces. It's reasonable maybe to trade actually queens. Makes actually some sense. But then okay, but then she's on to the defensive, yeah. Rook d2 solid. Again trade. Okay, but that's not really ambitious by Alexandra. Okay, f7 probably you should keep, yeah? Yeah, f6, okay. Okay, so basically this 4 against 3 is completely drawish with such pawns. But white can play forever on, yeah? It's hardly we can imagine that white can make some realistic progress. Because even if white plays f3, g4, and even if he forces any trade, it's still a draw. But this looks like also draw, yeah? Just quicker, Valentina, don't think, quicker. Oh, she's so precise, she even doesn't want to allow any g4 moves, yeah? Okay, check and maybe just wait, yeah? If king goes to the first rank, okay, then black just wait, yeah? Oh, she wants to cut the king like this, okay. Okay, she gets her g4 done, then white can play again. The mate, it's mate. Ooh, it's mate. So she missed a mate in one. Okay, guys, that happens. Okay, king h7 was still a dead draw. Okay, she was probably, oh no, but then it's maybe not a dead draw because g5 can come, yeah? G5 is not a dead draw. Yeah, so she basically blundered. The only possible way is this rook 8, rook h7, rook 8, rook h8 mate, yeah? Okay, that happens. That is a very interesting way of displaying chess. I think it should be draw probably, but okay, it depends of course, yeah. White goes f5 and black needs to then to come with the bishop to long diagonal, and then white will come with the queen to e6, with the king to e6 and try to make a this yes, king f4, check back, wait. Okay, waiting. Yeah, it should be still bishop c1, yeah, otherwise bishop e4, king f4, it may get dangerous, yeah. It's probably not allowed to get this king to... No, like this is... No, king from h5 is not going nowhere. It's just a waste of time. Okay, you make... go like this. Maybe he should have played with bishop on c2 and then to run with the king. Because then she would have a check on f6. Because now f6, king g6 probably, yeah? And it's still a draw. She needs to put her bishop to c2 probably, yeah. And then to start, and then go king f3. Yeah, that's correct. That's the only actually way. Because now bishop c1, then f6 check. And then white wins probably. King e4. Here she goes back. She goes back f6. Yes, precision. King g6. Okay, but now it's a draw, yeah? Looks like a draw. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Bishop b4. Now it's a draw. I don't know if they continue playing, but no, it's okay. Agree the draw. Agree the draw. Blondes lost most of the games in the final round too. Okay. Okay. Badelka beat Kovalevskaya, Charochkina draw. Okay. 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 I think, okay, this is a pure position, which of course I forgot the exact estimation. To my understanding, it looks like a draw with white. Because white is basically only one side to this. Yeah. The bishop should be on h5, says Murtas, maybe. And then white needs to come with the king, yeah? Maybe, yes, actually. The bishop should be on h5, and then white starts running with the king, yeah? In case of the check, there is f6, and both pawns starts to run, and then we need to see if it's possible to defend or not. That's actually logical, yeah. Okay, but this position, of course, it's from the basic knowledge, so... Okay, so here should be f6 check, yeah. No, but if king goes to e5, then then white wins. Yeah. So black will not be able to make a fortress. Valentina lost her final game, so she made 6 out of 8 performance at the end. Daria Charochkina seemed to make the same performance approximately, also maybe 6 out of 8. And Alexandra Kosteniuk, she also made lots of points, but I don't exactly know exactly how much. Maybe 6, maybe 6.5. So she's also one of the top scorers for today's games. Okay, let's see the final result, and then maybe I can finish my today's commentaries, because okay, there will be probably some closing ceremony, maybe some gifts and sort of it. Okay, that's, you may better follow on the Russian this channel, because anyway I'm use this in commenting this. Let's ask our Ali moderator to provide us the final score. He's the only guy who seems to be adequate and responsible for knowing what was exactly there. Kosteniuk 6.5. Okay, so she's the top scorer for today. And Valentina, probably she's the best in blondes team, but second overall, yeah? I agree, it's really nice to watch, but okay, not so many occasions, guys. So many restrictions, so many quarantine time nowadays that it's not that easy to organize any of events. Daria Charochkina, Valentina Gunina with 6 points, shared second and third place in overall standings. Probably efforts of Valentina wasn't really supported by the other blondes, at least for today. They were considerably far behind, I guess, than the 6 points. Okay, but what is the overall score? Let's remind us. Okay, we know that the Brunettes won, but what is the exact overall score, please? If someone knows, share this knowledge with us. Because if we official, we have to also name the officially final score. Yeah. You see some emotions. Yeah, so the girls are on the cameras. I understood it. Oh. Okay. Okay. Nobody's saying what is the final score. It probably remains a top secret for today. Ali, thanks a lot. So okay, so officially the score is 37 for brunettes and 27 for blondes. Almost a disaster, of course, today, but what to do? The life is hard, and blondes probably needs to think how to play chess better. Yeah. So overall standings after 11th edition in this year gonna be 6-4 in the brunettes' favor, with one match were drawn in some year. So 6-4, being a brunette, at least in chess, slightly more productive than being a blonde, but maybe in the other aspects it can be extremely, or especially vice versa. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I thanks all of you for today's stream. I guess you enjoyed watching a real nice and real beautiful live event. I will conclude my transmission from the Central Chess Club now. Okay, probably the nice closing ceremony expects ahead. We do hope that the tradition of making such a tournament will not die, and any restriction will not stop from enjoying it every year as we had an opportunity before. Normally in March, sometimes in April. Each year it's an annual event. So hopefully next year we can meet again and enjoy it one more time. Okay, thanks everyone for watching, and see you soon in our formal chess channel. And let's hope that the live chess events will not die. At least beauty